exists. Nevertheless, the New Patriotic Party has very reliable information and intelligence that the NDC intends to hide behind the guise of national security to terrorize some residents and voters in Akwatia and during the by-election. It is instructive to note that the police administration has indicated their deployment of 5,000 service men for the Akwatia by-election, despite the IGP's unequivocal assurance that the Ghana Police Service does not need any military support to maintain law and order. The infamous Richard Jakba, my namesake, who has been appointed as the Director of Operation at the National Security, has been seen perambulating the Akwatia constituency with soldiers and reportedly threatening some indigents and residents to leave town before the by-election in their own interest. Upon the assurance of the IGP, we want to make it abundantly clear that any soldier involved in the Akwatia by-election will be considered and dealt with as a thug, or in a manner as a thug. We therefore call on the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and in whose responsibility, and on whose shoulder the responsibility of the security of the state rests, to call Richard Jakba to order and ensure that no soldier meddles in the Akwatia by-election. We are also reliably informed that the NDC has been training some of the thugs they used or deployed in Ablikmanov parliamentary rerun under the guise of national security and intends to clandestinely clothe them in police uniform to deploy them during the by-election. The NDC and the Ghana Police Service must know that as a party that has just exited government in less than a year, we have our eyes and ears on the ground and on them, knowing what the NDC is noted for. The IGP has also assured us that the police have completed their deployment plan and will make the lists of their deployed officers available to the various political parties. On the honor of the IGP, the MPP demands the requested list of the senior officers to be deployed to each electoral area and the regional commanders who will be assisting them. We also request the IGP that all police officers on duty for the election must wear their official name tags, for easy identification and the avoidance of infiltration by the thugs that are planned to be included. We make this reasonable request with the hindsight of the police brutalities on the non-violent Let My Vote Count Alliance demonstrators in September 2015, where several demonstrators were trapped and mercilessly assaulted and one lost his eyes in the process. Learning from the unresolved incidents from the Ablikmanov parliamentary rerun, the New Patriotic Party will defend itself. The New Patriotic Party will defend itself if the police fail to do so. It is rather interesting. So on the matter of Akwatia, these are the facts that we want to share with you. The clear evidence is that the New Patriotic Party will win that election, and as a result, the NDC, who surprisingly were just mourning, and all of us joined them in mourning our brothers who we lost in that August 6th helicopter crash. Have suddenly swung into their violent mode, activated a certain heightened level of violence in Akwatia, and are employing all sorts of schemes in Akwatia merely to create violence and state of insecurity in the constituency for purposes of forcing victory out of that election. And we are clear in our minds that the police, Mr. IGP, has his job cut out for him. And the intelligence we are collecting from the ground is that the NDC is determined to use violence in that election. And we are concerned about that because we're going to Ablekuma North with a view of replacing the MP, our brother Ernest Kumi, who we have lost under very painful circumstances. And the situation worsened by the August 6th catastrophe that befell all of us as a country. We're still in a mourning state. The bereaved families haven't quite dealt, perhaps remotely dealt with the loss that they have felt. And we have the National Democratic Congress angling itself and preparing itself in a manner to perhaps visit another chaos on Ghanaians in Africa.
Say So man be you, so man in you. Said ya debi ametena sia ya na meka no ejina me no mienu ya na monto aye tuo so yesu ni ban ya dan na die so en na be kire se o man be ye ana so man nye ye ya mo aha mo akwa ba mfamre pa ho ada ben so aha enen nsem no said ye ekọ hyehye no ye tena se ne ye di eho enkomo mema remfi se uko Facebook ye live on Facebook ya dia ye twaguo ho obetimi edwani krotwa wisi akwa akodi akire wahunu ahwede ekoso obi a wadwenkyere ahodo obetimi ede aba two critical issues, political issues ekoso ewo maimu has got to do with a new patriotic party. One more person muhim franka edima amanyokuo no womo enkrata womo kofa ye wo se womo timi ede koma committee omatie se omohwe presidential primaries ebekoso ewo NPP no mu no wo se womo timi ede enkrata no koma womo na empanimfo etimi ye enkrata no mu hwehwemu. The timelines are out. And she say puno party ni bedisuo edi ni juma ama 31st of January 2026 party na timi akwa akoto aba no eno na party no edisuo no na enra ye de bi ebreo enenso ye de bi etoaso edi amawo izan say enei no the 2024 flag bearer of the new patriotic party Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ebo modern after 490 youth organizers ekofa nomination forms edima no se wono ena womo ehwemu a party mani bebre no anu ejidie se oye marketable enough to lead the new patriotic party into the 2028 elections into womo pese enka otumi esen gina bio Wamode eye nomination forms no ekoma His Excellency the former Vice President of the Republic of Ghana Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what to just say he would declare his intent whether to contest for the flag bearership race again and his intent has been materialized dia wakatire tidifo na womo hwe animu se wodi na no December ba betudwa na wama na tidifo anase na titafo won ewo the new patriotic party mu no ahunu sampani ampa obekwa akogina ama party ma mekire delegate atone so aba se wono enemehim franka no ene odana di ewo the headquarters of the new patriotic party ewo asylum down and Crown Credium here mamenka also OT and can live from number 12 at Jenulo Street, Asylum down Accra, Nisim 100.1 FM Otamale, Nisim 95.9 FM, Bogatanga, Mamenka Obio, Sene, former Education Minister, Dr. Yao Osei Aduchum. Onuswa yinhu eswose okwa kopre ehim franka ediama the new patriotic party amanyukuo entiene onuswa nomination eyade a ode ekwa kopiemu the headquarters of the new patriotic party ewo asylum down apart from that time is nearing emre no kwa na eko emre no so na eso between 2nd of September 2025 akwatia by elections no ebekoso eyade ade ani ebehwe eno the new patriotic party eyen centrofo hyiamu womo de nsema hodo bi atudwa womo ekire mu se enra no beye break akrade ne ena IGP editudwa se enei no eyade a won mom kodi nyambransem wa Blekuma North empeso no so obra na yeto aba no wo mu nwotwe de eyade a emra na di won eno ena the new patriotic party centrofo hyiamu a woye no nra wo kire mu se eyade a wo mahunu pa ensem aba no nemom womo enso ede womo nsem etudwa anaso womo no disem etudwa akire mu ede akire mpanyimfo ne Ganafo enyina se eyade a womo hunu nsem bi anase niema bi ekoso ewa akwatia ene mpotemu etienei ewo se aposifo no etimi ma ahobambo enumuso se de beya obi amfa ne nsa enkokeka obi a anase pintem nteme ho ase bia entimi nkonkosie ewo akwatia empeso ane so 2nd of September 2025 Eti woman kase woman nyantie bi se ene NDC yen the National Democratic Congress abanya won not be enwa so no won ayen hihye se won de ahunahuna ene beko akwatia abato no mu se aposifo ene hobambofo entimi ammo the New Patriotic Party ma eho ban ewa akwatia de owura Richard Ahiagba wo kan se eyade a won they will take matters into their hand and protect themselves. Hey, my main control say me were 2 exclusive interviews live on the show this afternoon. Onim said the New Patriotic Party a top down approach a man for bebrenu ano. Akasa fa ho ebinum say wo mo ebo enwuso. Ebinum say wo mo tri enwuso. But ebinum say de ayo no na ayo no. Eye party no na asigina ye. Enti anya den a. E wo say party manu bebrenu a ediso. Kai say party no eto the presidential primaries no ewia. Eyade a party no ebeba be yimpanyimfo a obabeda party na no national executives a obeda party na no for the next 4 years. Eno bekoso ewo emfiempim yenu ene aduonu ensia no mu. Na mamenka wo sesesi aye kasei ye wo empanyimfo binumu a won ahyase yi omutre se won peso mu kokogina ema positions ahodo a ewo NPP mu ono party ma eti emitu eto omuso aba eyi womo na ombedi party nanimu. And this afternoon I'll be hosting one of them in the studio. Enti kame ho na nkomone doso ekire yene akasama afo wo mudina mukasa edima parties ahodo no betena se ena wiei ensema ahodo a edi ahim e wo makronkron Ghana mu no wo mo so ma kire wo ma adwene ho.
The most prepared person to be president in 2029. In the last 16 years, I've had the privilege of joining each and every constituency at least 5 times to work hard on the ground and campaign and work for the MPP. Just like the thousands of you who may not have had all the money in the world to throw at the party, all my sweat, my reputation, my knowledge, and my person have been dedicated to working with you for the success of the party. As a result of this, there is no village or hamlet or city or town where Mahamudu Bawumia's face and name are not known. I owe this party a duty that if we are to win 2028, we ought not to start afresh from zero. Instead, we ought to start on the nearly 42% of valid votes and work across and work to cross the 50% mark in the next election. I have also had the distinct privilege of serving as Vice President and supporting the President and the government in our last administration with ideas that have significantly impacted the lives of millions of our people. This is what the streets refer to as being rich in ideas. The initiatives I advocated for in our time today are making impact in people's lives. The rich, innovative, and practical ideas that I successfully championed and saw to implementation include the Bank of Ghana's Gold Purchase Program, the first in Africa, the Gold for Oil Program, the first in Africa, the accelerated issuance of the Ghana card, mobile money interoperability, the first in Africa, the Ghana Digital Property Address System, the first in Africa, Agenda 111, one constituency, one ambulance, the zipline drone delivery service, the largest in the world, the universal QR code payment system, the No, which is the first in Africa, the No Guarantor student loans, Ghana.gov, the Citizens app, NHIS registration and renewal on your mobile phone, the rental assistance scheme, the Zongo Development Fund, individualized credit scoring, paperless ports, electric buses, e-gates at Kotoka International Airport, and the digitalization of medical records across all district, regional, and teaching hospitals in Ghana, amongst others. The implementation of these practical policy initiatives has resulted in many people saying that I have been the most effective vice president in Ghana's history. This implies that given the opportunity, I can equally become one of the most effective presidents in Ghana as we go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I demonstrate my strength by getting results, not by making noise, or by insulting, or by bragging about money. The combined effect of how well Bawumia is known today and my experience as vice president make me the most prepared person for the MPP's quest for the 2028 election and governance in 2029. Fellow Kukrudites, in the words of Kofi Abrefa-Buzia, the qualification to be a success in Ghana's politics includes a large capacity to stomach all sorts of attacks. I am not oblivious to the fact that the NDC and lately elements within our own family subject me to daily attacks. In fact, I expect that there will be more attacks in the coming months and years. But I have learned, if I have learned anything from history, it includes the fact that a man must be formidable so that no matter the adversity, he stands tall, focused, and resolute. All that can be held at me have already been attacked. As the days are going by, time has shown great vindication. The Bank of Ghana, the IMF, and even the NDC kingpins are now admitting on many matters that Bawumia was right. What more can they say about me now? In our history, when all has been said of a candidate, and yet he remains standing, victory is the logical next step that awaits him. The accounts have a saying that Openyi Dwe Mate Mate. To wit, a wise leader must at times appear aloof, yet when it is required, be willing to take the difficult decisions. That is who I am. I am cool on the outside, but do not underestimate my inner resolve. That is what I bring to the leadership of the MPP and the leadership of Ghana. That is what makes a leader balanced and formidable. Dear delegates, the most important desire in the hearts of all our colleagues is a win in 2028. We have to put our best foot forward as we rebuild our party towards that election. To win in 2028, we must not just talk unity, we must live it. The repeated attacks by our own party folks on one another is absolutely unhelpful. What we say against each other, the NDC will use against us in 2028. If you claim you are a true patriot and want this party to win in 2028, then stop it. Don't lecture us about how blue your blood is. Let your actions show. Stop the internal attacks now. Stop the religious and tribal attacks now. We lost 2024 elections after introducing many good programs. Unfortunately, due mostly to the economic pain that many of our citizens felt, the NDC managed to convince them with lofty promises to stay away or vote against us. We have learned our lessons. I assure you that these lessons will be put to good use when we return to office in 2029.
A big thank you. I know the crowd is too much and the place is hot. I kindly accept my apology. All I want to say is we are one party and we need unity in this party. And if there will be unity, there should be fairness. So I'm entreating the election committee, the national executives, regional constituency executives, that it should be fair to all the candidates so that we have smooth elections. And if there is fairness, definitely to us really acting for unity in this country is very powerful. I always say that without the unity, none of the candidates can win the election alone. And if we get unity, it will first, charity begins at home. The national executives that are in charge of the party, the elections committee, regional constituency executives, and the aspirants themselves. When we all come together and understand each other, I believe we can make progress. So I'm entreating each and every one in the party to accept everybody's opinion and let's go ahead with whatever we are doing without backstabbing people and all. To not help the party. So I will not say much. All I'm saying, I'm entreating you to ensure fairness so that there will be peace and unity in the party. And if there's unity, and peace in the party. We will definitely win 2028 elections.
Going to listen to rhetoric. We want somebody who can create businesses for the youth of this country. I always say that any human being without a job has no life. Do you want life? Do you want life? Then vote for the Some people say they have ideas. I have both ideas and creativity. I have done it before and I continue to do it. So if I tell you I'm going to create jobs for you, believe in me. Let's ask some of the candidates what they have done.
Who are the Benti, Sinupi, and Nokre, Aya Bakupe.
Run for flag bearer of the this exciting news with you, with clarity in my mind, energy in my body, beauty in my spirit. I speak as a servant ready to offer myself fully once again for party, for country, for a future that must belong to all of us. I come from humble beginnings, where values were taught day by day. The son of a teacher who had to struggle to raise a boy and two siblings in the back rooms in Mile 7, to having built a reputable business and businesses and a career in politics. I know what it means to build from the ground up. I know the weight of responsibility. I know how a single opportunity can transform not just one's life, but an entire family's future. Furthermore, I know the potential of Ghana, and I know the potential of our people. I have served faithfully in both party and government. I have been a grassroots activist, a politician, a policymaker, and a servant of my community. I have been tested in difficult times, and I have delivered. I am bold. Myself and my team are happy to be here this evening to submit ourselves. When we say a big thank you, I know the crowd is too much and the place is hot. I kindly accept my apology. All I want to say is we are one party and we need unity in this party.
Enti mpanyimfo a won ayom ho asi wo se wo mo ekọ ahwe se party ma won ewo New Patriotic Party mo ebetimi ato aba ayimu baako se wo meye Frankatuni emfama NPP amanyokuo no mpanyimfo ni bi na wote se wo mo ensam a wo mo ka ewo bra wo mo de wo mo nkrata ekoko to party committee a won atie se wo mo no mo hwe presidential primaries ni so no eho ensenkan ni bi ene ye de bra wo no mesrawo se ope eye bebrenu atie dia bomodia na bowura mu Facebook Happy 989 FM ade a ye de ensem ahodo no a ye de agu ho sanso na ope de ya twere na obetimi akenkan a eno ewo happyghana.com happyghana.com na just your website a wokwa ensema hodo akoso neni nyina no obetimi enya bi na wakenkan ho akasima baako edu na nomiensa abo live on Happy 98.9 FM sisi ameno kasa ide ukopiem ewo the NPP's headquarters ene day dia sisi ameno kasa mprempren ya ameno kasa sana ukuapini beka no ukopie ho dia na chese owura Dr. Yaw Osei Aduchum ene wakwa kopiem ho a wono nso ede ni nomination forms ede akwa koma NPP amanyokuo no ene edai na mamenka wo se mene kasamafo baako a okasa edema Dr. Yaw Osei Aduchum ebetwetwe komo na omonso yeni wom yabiabia nsemani anase yabobu nsem ho diafa the potential of owura Dr. Yaw Osei Aduchum so ono de betimi ahim franka no ediama the New Patriotic Party amanyokuo no come 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections are ebekoso no Ora George Opoku Amponsa a member of Team Aduchum Entibia Obabe Kayensa Entia Menyane se akakra na won awie ewo the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party Base ebia wo ye party ba na utieme ene an awie ya ma memisa o se empanyimfo ahodo no a won edi won ho asi ho se party man hwe na monto nso aba no omumu hwan na mo gidie pa se ene se party to aba edi amano a obetumi edi enkunim edi ama NPP amanyokuo no come 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia said he is the most marketed candidate. He is the most marketed person. Obetimi Ejinamu Ediama, the New Patriotic Party, and he spoke against Eyeka Senchieni Ayampiatwa, Koso, Ewo, the New Patriotic Party, Numuono, Ewo Bra, and name Penifona Yon Wesio, say Wamu Eshe, ama party ma etimiato omuswabano asema wokan ye ene se party no entumi anhwe anso ano a ebetimi anya nsunsuanso ewon so going into the 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections no isan se wo se ebia sipen enkasa ebrebi etwamu party ma ekan ye eduru bra na Ghana fo nyina kwa akoto aba ewon fiempiemienu ene aduonu enanu mu no enkasa ni bia ena manfo binom etimi etwen ye edigu enhomaso eduru bre a na womu ani abre ebontoa eko eye empeso ahodo so nkroto ahodo so no sabre no na womu opponent eye the National Democratic Congress, the ruling political party o maimu no they leverage the statement party empanyimfo bi ekan ye ebrebi etwemu and use them against the New Patriotic Party. Into one of the other and our the air to party men in said they should desist from politics of insult. Name a moment can someone a Becca party no Ediabomu. Sanso and Ora Dr. Brian Champon. Also, I know there was some party no, and he understands the grassroots. What one more party no emuno and can one more fem no what to masi pa. He says that he understands how to build from ground up. He understands the people from humble beginnings. A told be a diomu here any little pusher a bit me a bow amamako jina baby papa. And he says that he is ready to serve. The party ma etwaba eyini so onu ne him franka and former the New Patriotic Party a Ora Kennedy akompreko e Japan wɔse obi ani hɔ a wɔdedicate ne mmerɛ ɛde ama party no ɛkyɛn ɔno wɔdedicate ne resources ɛde ama party no ɛkyɛn ɔno obi ani hɔ a ɔwɔ ɔman no ho dɔ ɛkyɛn ɔno and so that is why you see him investing heavily in the republic. Esan sɛ ɔno ogidi sɛ ahaya na ofire wɔse sɛ mu ani sɔ ne a watimi ayɛ in his private life as a business mogul na sɛ NPP amanyokuo no ɛpɛ obi obetimi aboa ama Ghanafoɔ bebree no a ana party ma bebree no a etimi anya adwuma ya ɛne he is the best wɔno ɛne nipa wɔ sɛ party matimi hwɛ no moto aba ɛde ɛma no menim sɛ after vetting ɛyade a mpanyimfoɔ yi bɛhyɛ ase abɔntoa ɛwɔ mpɛsoa ahodoɔ no so ɛyade a wɔn de nsɛnka ahodoɔ nsɛm ahodoɔ nsɛm wɔde bɛkɔ akɔto ɛyɛ delegate ahodoɔ no anim and I believe say at the end of it all party ma will decide onipa womu epenu se wonu enentimi any party nanimu going into the 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections. Epa ho ada benjumedie no asugusu a utie no akasima baako miensa na no miensa abo Mamenkai wo se enei se wo pesem na ede adware ama we de no atoso dia na me kamfo a live soap ede ama wo ezan se a live no eyesem na obia anigye ho pa nkwada timi edidi adwuma panimfo timi di dware nkwada timi di dware adantam timi di dware eye mrewan kokro obia timi di dware na de ma no ye de ne se ne boefo enti enei ba bia befa bia no obetimi enya a live soap hibu ato ede akofie ede akwakudi enwuma ahodo ofie ene enye nnwuma akakraka bia eye dware ena ode a live soap ekofie ede akwakodware enti ema obia na down ento semna foforo bia odwom ukodwom na obi di semna foforo taitai wa ka kire se da bi senya a life a onto semna bia bio Eclipse Collateral Management Semen Kanchero says owo eye edwapade ho nkrata da ho a omfa ni dwuma bo modern fa bepie mu ewo Eclipse Collateral Management na Eclipse Semen ka se obo modern na wodi wadwapade ho nkrata ede bepie mu ewo Eclipse eyade a ombetimi ede aboa ama wonu mu a wo mu pe edwapade ede akwakosi awowa ewo sika krabia ede akwakoji sika ede akodi onwuma ahodo no wo betimi aboa wo na de ma no ye dane se wonfa wadwapade no ho nkrata no nkonkogu eye Eclipse Collateral Management kwa da bi enye sa nete de ekoba ne se wo de koto ho a obi biara ye de wadwapade no beboa no ama watimi enya sika ede akwakodi ne dwuma no eyade a won su sika no o chefa bi wo mu a obegye ede ahye wata so anase ode ahye okutuku mu enti ema asase ne ho nkrata no enna ho ema bedru brebi kura bonsa kronfo betimi aba bebura ho ombowura ho anase o matabre nom de kwa ne se da bi bo modia fakọ Eclipse Collateral Management na uduru ho a enhyehyɛ yahodo ho no nyina no empanyimfo ebekire mu ade ama wo oyo obi a wo pɛ eyesika ewo sika krabia wakwa yaka kyerɛw sɛ sɛbe wunkura eye bibia obetimi dia ba besia wo a enya de a yeji atomu se betimi ama wo sika no ai eno no the banks want to be sure say impo se sika no want to me amfa ma eya de a omo bibia obetimi dia omonsa so mu na wo mo ede ate eka no a sika wo mo ede ema wo no ebia wo dwapade na ekura wo no isa odekọ bank no mo value ye no omo si entimi mwa wo ema wunya sika no a open nti enei wupo obi a wono ekura dwapade kese obetimi de ne de abata wo de ho ama wotimi akosika krabia akwakoji sika bomodia bopni Eclipse Collateral Management na omso ma ye krado se won bedom mu a mo pesika won ma ye krado mo nso a mukuta adwapade ho nkrata a mo de ba se de be ya betime nya sika kakra de ase mukutokuo mu bo mo de na hwe Eclipse Collateral Management etiri akwan wo Adentine Barrier omo ben Medimosis Hospital no omo ben eye afasuo no a ewo eye West African SHS no ne ntiemu pemsre titefa homa ni bo mo de na frɛ ne Eclipse Collateral Management eni ensa wo so se seyara 0543 832466 0543 832466. At Eclipse Collateral Management for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before project. Na me kanesa no me kanfo e di amount say nei wo pe eye production house baako a edimu a obetimi edi udwuma nyina di amount wo pe eye live streaming, photography, videography, wo pe jingles aye TV commercials na wo pa ye bibi apa ye bia no eye e-productions GH enenei womo ebetimi edi dwuma no nyina da edi ama wo a ese emfidie pa egu o makache a omodi di dwuma no ese wani na ense wo kachire entia ne bomodin a se wo ye party o wedding o se wo ye funeral o se edwuma die bia wo die bia obehia proper production, top notch, first class production no e-production that was all to me eton sa edi from bomodian and e-productions any so e wo tete phone homa so 0242755323 ana 0302254858 we enormous me no a obetimi afre e-productions so na woni won etimi edi enkita ho e-productions@gmaworld.com eno email address obetimi ede wanu disem anase wasemi sebia de afaso ede akwakoma e-productions capture the moment.
Da benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Ewra me pacho bra na me hwa de wo bag yi.
Bra aden enen so biem.
Hey, time heba me hye ya me ka se yi baako yi, ane wayi me yensen.
Bra sanya time heba me hya esia gyimi ni me fiefo enya de abaako ebeso yen.
We de udi se ofa ni nyina.
Time heba me hya me ka se me di one dance ya heaven ene de mekwa akopie. Enti se malaria we draw ne time heba me hya.
Enye enunku o, de nanum ato a wontimi anidie no. Time heba me hya duro no ene ye ma wo. Oba a wafa afuro de wo ma akwada nofo. Ene akwada woni mfie dumienu entimi num aduro yi bi. Se obeto aduro yi bi anoma, hwe se wakọ hospital anase lab am ye hu se wo atridie malaria yi bi ansa. Se upetam heba misha enuro dudu atu a, fo ani kire KNG Herbal Center ewo Emrom Abidjan House. Ana ba akoso wo Atonsu Monaco Junction.
Eno echi ura pharmacy shop, chemical shop, any herbal shop dudu na mu a obenya bi ato.
Fre 0244 417669.
Kayo set time no TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo munu betu akọ.
FDA ahwe adwadie nkrato yi mu agi atomo se eye.
Yemma wakwaba eba Eclipse Collateral Management. Ejuma kwostron kwa yemma wenya wadwapade nkrata ho mfaso. Wonim se wadwapade nkrata ekuta wo no ebetumi asesa wo daache. Yesesa emfasode a adwapade wuranom etumi enya ewo no adwapade nkrata ho. Ene nyuma wuranom nso ebenya frɛ adwapade ahodo a yɛde si abowa ɛde apesika ɛde abɔ wo nnwuma ahodo. Enti sɛ ope prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land document perfection services a ma yɛmfa nyonko. Ɛwɔ Eclipse yɛwɔ prime depository platform bia ahobambo bomu a yɛade foforo a adwapade wuranom etumi de wɔn krata ɛkɔto hɔ na wɔnya sika a esem bia ni ho. Na yɛde sankrata yi ɛbɔ nnwumaku ahodo a wɔpɛ besia de afri sika kwabia ho. Yɛbɔ bosia ho ano ho ba ɛbɔ ma nnwuma wuranom nya sika de trewo nnwuma mu. Yɛde bosia bɔ hwehwemu a emu dɔ na yɛ mapa ɛna sie gyinaye. Enti wonim sɛ wo won sa ahobambo bomu ɛntwentwɛn so hwehwɛ yɛn kyira kwan ɛwɔ Adentam Barrier. Yɛbɛn Moses Ayaresabea no ɛwɔ West Africa SHS afasio no nkyɛn pɛɛ. Fra yɛn sɛsi a 0543842466 wɔ Eclipse Collateral Management. For property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for businesses, we say think funding before projects.
From roots to remedies, from leaves to life, Ghana's traditional herbal healing power is rising strong and true. It's time for the maiden edition of the Ghana Herbal Conference, coming up from December 3rd to December 5th, 2025, at the Prempe Assembly Hall in Kumasi. Theme: Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation. Come and experience live herbal demonstrations, exhibitions, and engaging discussions with top practitioners, researchers, and regulators. This conference is proudly partnered by Ministry of Health, Traditional Medicine Practice Council, Food and Drugs Authority, Center for Plant Medicine Research, and Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Visit www.ghanaherbalconference.com or call 020-2222-095 to register for free. To exhibit your product or services, call 020-2222-095 to book a stand. Follow us at Ghana Herbal Conference on all social platforms. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy.
Epahuada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ. Epahuada ben.
Madi grounds.
Yes, like I say, Akotia has always been a fertile ground for us as a party. It is only when we don't manage certain things here and of course because Akotia dynamics are different from other constituencies. Although every constituency has its dynamics, but Akotia, the dynamics goes beyond any pool and every pool that man for it again. And based on that dynamics, and I hear Juma Akotia. So I would say based on that, dear, make I say good for us so far.
Message Ben Amodenam, meaning say on your side, and Kakra, you are not presenting the same candidate. The interesting twist to that is the fact that Neno candidate 2024, ne lawyer NNE will be replacing through primaries. I don't know how that changes anything in terms of more chances because the last election, na emu wasa, and that is why your candidate believed he said or the quarter obetimi ewini. That sounds to me say in terms of the popularity, na idea Akwetia mind beyond NDC for nkwa epenasempa, but your party thought otherwise and changed him. I mean, then a lawyer and Ebabe contested on your ticket. Does that fundamentally change Bibiana on your side?
Bibi, party on its own, and Bibi imposing our members in Akotia. Party in the eco process to select one of many who believe that they can serve the of Akotia. And they do choose so back, which at the end of the day, party Nadia Chumwa, they call for the election. And a party name and they choose, we are not just imposing a candidate on them.
Two, say when your parliamentary candidate, the former MP, the lawyer. In fact, the no crap on MPP for the campaign. But could maybe.
Baby.
MPP candidate, the personal lawyer, the same NDC candidate.
I see.
Yes.
Interesting.
The personal lawyer, the business piano, the lawyer, no. So he's more closer to this MPP candidate, because candidates in Ankasa will say, or per debate, I'm a business, the VP a star lawyer. In the candidate way, MPP couple say is the best for the constituency. In terms of saying the lawyer, dear, we've gone past a short-term process. Not that time or no. Then candidates now were general secretary of the party. So, or take that responsibility as a constituency secretary. Our lawyer and a war fighting about the candidate at that time. But the bad lawyer, Jumadia, the personal, the client, and your friend say MPP candidate of the constituency. BBN is because they are by elections. By elections are fresh elections. So usually you get new faces for that elections. With the person we are presenting as a party, we believe he said the party people believe in him and they will work towards to support him to win elections. We are clear. So with the candidate and our performance,
what kind of campaign am I? House to house, rallies? Again, how are you approaching this election or the campaign?
About elections are process. Election is always a process, an event.
No correct.
Approach the brief. I won't manage process, be able to achieve what you want. And don't be body, want to be tuned. That's the word. But at the end of the day, we'll engage the voters of Kutia to be able to get the result that we want on 2nd September.
Asemen amodenam.
Omampeni message, omampeni nado, and my message say you so. Omampeni nado, echo ejisu in 2024. Bra amo primary, amo by elections. And it's uncontested. Not independent candidates and a contest against MPP. And now Donium Corfoli now MPP for the Catcher will say. So much about independent candidates, and they want to mean bear or more embassy for Juma essay for only Ejusumai. In Tomo to Abamon to my diobeti I'm uprooted because I buy also no. And now do I buy government, I buy myself also MPP I buy. Instead, you support to about based on that because we be a punto and we be a pay. Omampeni na now the year. Enya kwenya eshia e confirm my info. I want the presidency. Omo bisa punto juma o ka kira obo say. Mo to abano. Esen say mo mpe punto juma no mo to aba ma NDC MP. O ti bi mba ho because sana system nete. That message we now do e ka kira say. The emphasis message you want so Akwetia. Akwetia for so Epebia, Obetimi Adipu into Juma Abba constituency. In 2020 to 2024, member of parliament now we're NDC, now MPP now also. They be also excuse and not buying this into Juma means me for Puntu member. Akwetia man so some opportunity. Now, coupon and I share in that day. And offers opportunity. Now the president and the government are also in NDC. They call elections. I could tell for a year, say, we be call, I'm an excuse. And answer of the Diodi Puntu Jumaba. I'm a Puntu Jumaba because recently, DC, former DC away 8 years, Ewa Akutia. Sunday, we work, no. Wakachira mo say, Nentia man timia in your project. Because only need MP as a MPP as MP. That's why they couldn't do the project in Akutia. On Lankasa, Yanti man Timanya project. because MP, MPP. So they were relying on the NDC consortium chairman to organize demonstration. Now, development project in Akwetia. So this same person, say, your campaign now, no. Then can't you almost say, a MC, Akwetia, government there, member of parliament from the government. So that I did one team and as a DC for 8 years, because only MP,
Is that to say, sir? Is that to say, Madi? Is that to say, sir? A Kobase MPP we near NDC Mufa development in Kwakwetiana because Omuni.
The issue is that but the MP no Ankatano, they will not wish the success of NDC government in the constituency. Bibi what you say? Because the corner here, because NDC didn't ever. Also, Obama said government will pass to 2028. So, Papa abroad ni bay, Obama abroad said, "Juma Papa in the name of the government." And that is the situation. Go all the baby MPs, MPP, over here now. Omumpa ebon say, "Ma NDC in society." And Crawford to meet now. Omoye Obama say, "Yenya National Day of Doom so." Omumpa say, "Embraso." People who are in parliament, I are working out. Can he go now and bring up the same project in his constituency? It is not the intention of government, but the politics. The MP no say when you NDC near, or the bear politics because of some say or per se in the future in the government emblem. So bro, I'm a government in the end koso. And I'm an example of the DC. The immediate past DC of Akwetia, what can I say? Nentia one team and Yetari Road, Takraseno, because NDC MP and also one TB one because I don't know NDC MP. On one a year on Nipo, and Kamu government MP and they could have done it without problem.
But you are aware, sir, for saying that Nanado and the MPP were severely punished. Sir, they will be by amount to Amano, Intina development and by. They were severely punished for that.
That is why they voted. That is why they voted more MPs for us in 2024. Because they don't want to have that excuse again.
The question
is, has come to people of Akwetia. Say, "Mupo punto, and I say, mupe de obekotina yoko from an obeko demonstration. I don't want to work out on at this 3 years now, Kano. When I know 3 years of a government in power, and yet I lock issue there, Kano.
Can we ever develop a mind way regardless of near our power and near the party or power? You bet me do.
Oh, yeah, do, yeah. Oh, me see, yeah, as a government, yeah.
Wada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Just a minute. Where's the chief director? When you say indisposed, what do you mean? The chief director was in office when all these things happened. Yet you haul new people who weren't there when all these things took place to come and sit before us. And you tell us the chief director is indisposed. We would want to see the chief director.
Sir, you are on live TV. The question that she asked you, there was no answer. And the answer that I got is so loud. You sit down for 5 years, you don't do anything. Then come and sit in front of us. Okay. Dr. Giselle, please.
Thank you, Chair. I see two issues here. One, the Deputy Minister is telling us they have sought advice from the Attorney General, and this was way back in February. Now, we need to establish how did they seek this advice? Is it by way of writing to the Attorney General? Have they followed up? Can this committee be furnished with the copies of that correspondence? That's one. Two, in this particular infraction, the Auditor General actually recommends that the Chief Director take steps to do the recovery. Now here we are, Chief Director is loudly absent, and you were interrogating from officers that appear not to have any information at all. So, Chair, I invite you to rule that we have the wrong officers here and that the right officers must be here to respond to this infraction. Thank you.
You heard it loud and clear. It says the Chief Director should collect this amount with interest, and he's indisposed. Chief Director, I know you are watching us. Honorable Minister, let him talk. Please let him talk.
Madam Chair, the Chief Director had an accident and hasn't been in office for the past month or so. And when he's not available, were officers acting instead. And that is why I'm here as the Director General Administration.
Okay, then we'll respond until it comes back. Because this infraction started in 2020. All the way to 2024, we are talking about 6 million US Donald Trump dollars. And to make matters worse, let's go to the next infraction, which is a paragraph 471. Honorable Enim will take that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This infraction has to do with unsupported payment to Smart Infraco to the tune of 6,755,175.
The OTN and Sema Hodwa, a Koso, a Public Accounts Committee, say, Woman Sikasem, was near the Kono. Yet the Coco didn't Jumani via, it me a doom was Koyamu. Baby a biafa. One more woman intimi emua contani. Na said the Embranesiano, Embrano, anyone the name Yan chain and some right to be some few meters away from here. The headquarters of the New Patriotic Party. Na Mamenka say an asylum down Ayeshi papa. Edubrebi na yeka sa wodo no kro mu pie no mo ba mu ntimi ba bimpo no makwa kopake. Ene nyina ne se enei empanyimfo ampese omde omusi oma party ma eto omso aba. Eyimu ba ko se Franka Tuni ede ma party no e obra be kwa koto aba mfiempim bienu ne aduonu nwotwe emu no. Womu ede nkrata omkofa ye efree eye election committee a party na tie no. Womu esan ede bre party ni biu eda eye womu intention dedi. Se ompese omugina Emma party ma betre delegates on the 31st of January eto swaba na omu eyimu baako se womeye Franka Tuni enfama the New Patriotic Party amanyokuo no nene Dr. Yaw Osei Aduchum wonim se ebrebi atwamu no da na die se enye den a opese kokodina na wono nso hwe se party ma betimi ato ne swaba se womeye Franka Tuni enfama the New Patriotic Party. Doc, I former Minister of Education Pen, I Deputy Pen, I Minister Pen. Now, woka Omaimo, one of the popular, and also one of the policies are gaining a lot of notoriety, and a lot of Ghanaians have actually benefited from her. Ayono ne penso, and Obuaye, Emma, itumi edidi juma Omaimu. Make the free SHS policy. Doc dear say nka wo kana asemu a enka oye pure educationist. I say we will be a year school ko ne adesua ho nsemu no. Eno ena odimu entintiman paad na koma so okọ eya America brochimamu a hokro wo school edida. Enti one day eba no school semu a eya de adanda nyina ya na ni kuhu pa. Nene what the nomination form ebe sen echo the party headquarters. Echo da na the pefe say ono so aye krado. One more edi omo diakono wose one edi besi ani na ne kasema afo ba kon George Opoku Amponsa enei ne hu fifiri pa na odi apiemu ewo studio ha wiei ye ne no twetwen komo kakra emfa diakoso ewo the headquarters of the New Patriotic Party ewo bra Dr. Yaw Osei Aduchum wobo modin kokopiemu ho edi nomination form edi kokko ma the NPP Amanyuku committee o matie so omunhwe abato so mehu se enipa dodo no ano ene no mo hye t-shirt orambonsa mama ha mo akwa ba ene de maba yi da ha ya pa mo begina enimu ha na mo bo enwuma gbang me fi sa mo beko mo che yansa na moko
ndawase na mema watiefo nyina aha na Happy FM management memo mo abaso ekwan ya mafa so amosom nkranman ana se gama mi sa no mka no na ebi ka Ghana nyina no yo kuma se kra Facebook adaroma aya yedi mo chipa
yedase
na minu ase fan so obo adwuma na awie ase se de opese odi faidie ase pese obe fair to team educhum
sa den ne moyo
on se de wo kan ya akoye se eneye nko na ye ba headquarters
me de mi hu ye se omwo eye medan animu
eti ba ko na edi kan de wan hu
mo de na nipa ne dose na machire he ya ba be fa ha bebre
eno ne friend organic no
edru be bi kwa ne ye chiche mi se wo region we ya gina ha wo region we ya gina ha enti na eye me nwanwa.
That's right. Mame 5 fidikesi so. Na menda enuanom ni adofo a omu free o my Ghana ni nutu ne nata. Na omu kru cry ya asylum down a won cry. Ene omu timi bae na ombetai doctor ya oseduchum echi. Na nani so ade hunu a waka che Ghana for dada. Se nani so ade hunu se obedi Ghana mampani na obetu ohia buruburu ase e Ghana no ene na yaye ho amamre ne amane a igidi ye pa se obefa nkrata no ana se otu nanum tu kra se obepre tu me ni igidi se nipa bebre ho a na omunyi ni se krata akro betimi akofa
nokre
bre ne su yen se oso akofa krata no kofa e obefa krata no so akoye mu adwuma na se de na hihete ne wo se ne ode krata ne ba ne di adanse se bema sin so man san waham nsem na waka dada se obenya ka Ghana for titru ni yenu anu MPP for enfa party ni frank anse ne nsa na ompre to me emaye 2028 no enne na sa kwantu no officially asase na me danya kopon ase sa anya hwe kra no wate wiem amaye na dwumadie no atimi akoso fefefe a doctor ene penny for by campaign team. If your mind way all the 16 regions and ya better na chi aboni chi doma wetimi adi dwuma no timi fa kwa we so eda nuanom ni adofo nyina asemenia
obi obi sa se edien ni enyinaso potin entia doc aye na adwin se ne kwa him franka ana so peso him franka de ma NPP amanyoko no
binu asefa se odu ani atofom na wahwe NPP amanyoko na emfa ho ne adwumade ana na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo oye no afe fi 2017 na editu mi share nsa ebesi 2024 December na yekoto aba na papa na ye adwuma pa nanso bibi free soro bete bayra homa mu a ama bayra amu akese ti edru ba bi na MPP kura no ye ho ai Ghana fo ahi
na ho nya akono
na ye ho nya akono age so obi on pese obeka no kure na enam se na ye ho nya akono nti no ye present a candidate as abre no na delegate ejidi say ono na yede ne kwa obetimi age tumi e de amaye na yede ne kwa ya result ne baaye no e na ama party manyina asa atenase bio say e ne wo say ye hwe ne bio esan say e kamia say Dr. Mamudu Bawumia yede ne kwa ye no enam se de na oben na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo na wo ye ne vice president se Ghana for wo menase po bitia na ado a
omo bitia
on extend sa menase po no e de akoyira Mamudu Bawumia so he could be a victim of circumstance and yes or a bad candidate me buno me jitum se oyenim di focus ya ono so obi bi sonko anko betima ya ma o man na so political party when so ade hu ni so obeji tumi enye when so ade hu ni so obeyi flag bearer na wayi ni theater pampam na waje ntia efri mama obi akosi choko oye no wie na yeto aba na wani nkunimu a party ni fa so obi ani so eno ti na president ko for ka kire ebre bi atwam o se ebeye se wo ye somafo e wo party a o wa bam since obey general secretary ama party a o opposition it is a wo petumi dia atenti na wonfo asonto fom na wonhwe obi a o de ne kogina Ghana fo anima a ebeye te se waye obi bone na wo pe obi akodwa ato ano na me nua kuma Rufai wo ho na won so se fa se da otie obiara ni mu duro wo media space nim it is ye po bi e de na kodwato bi wo media space nim a enam adwuma a waye a obroni so what track record a obiara betima ahwe ho e de adanse ama wonti no ukoduru ho a anhwa wo mie wa no mpo nkasa yɛbɛka sɛ w'anim fɛre nti yɛagye asɛm no atom ɛnso na wo nkasaeɛ ɛno ne dɔctor yɛ a wɔ sɛ adutwum papa no wontumi fa biribia antare no ho
George baby MPP party no anasa manyoku na duru no o pa kyerɛ dɔctor yɛ a ɔsɛ adutwum ɛna party ne hia
ɔno na party ne hia deɛ nti a ɔno na party hia ne sɛ efi ne keka biara ni ne ho wode ne kɔkyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ wei na MPP foɔ yɛyi no a mepe obi obetimi aka asɛm baako pɛ aka sɛ nam saa adeɛ na yɛwura dutuma ayɛ nti no ɔnsɛ mfata sɛ ɛto abama no sɛ Ghana mampani obi anya bi nka ɛti ade nti na wɔ candidate a bibia ni ne ho a sɛ bi ɛyɛ fi atade fita hyɛ ne firi ne tiri so besi ne naase ɛno ara ne sɛ wɔ president ne na Ghanafoɔ agye no atom wɔ sɛ mekɔfa baako bi a ɛnwo kakra kekam na yɛposa na ankɔkora a yɛde chalk bi bɛtwitwi mama chalk no akɔyɛ fitaa te sɛ nwura na ɛhyɛ saa nipa korɔ no na yet say wunu no ho na wankasa wosre onimdifo bi kan o say you cannot do the same thing and expect different results wontimi nkoso nye de da bia wo ye no na wo hwe nsunsuanso ofoforo anim nsunsuanso a da bia eba no sɛ wo ye de da bia wo ya eno ane beba enti ye na yetimi abedu mpempenso bi a obi a ne maame ne papa sɛ bi class 1 table kro man tena bi ho ani dida me kyerɛ sɛ o maame ne o papa o man ko school enso eduru ba bi wo Ghana bakosɛ mu a obi a ne maame ne papa nko school no ono na no hwe Ghana ngumasua so oba ye nso no ne track record da ho adwuma a waye ono ne the only minister Ghana man a produce since independence one day that kropo wo gira ne nan so bie schools mako aduowotwe ebi nsi Ghana bakose mu da it is obi yes adwuma we wie na ne stem edan kwada no ene ye de to nwom e wo ye bro no so ne ye mantem na ne TVET eswa yetimi ahumfaso e wo TVET so na se wo hwe the various schools ahodo a na papa yin so e baaye okọ Volta region okọ Eastern region okọ Oti baabi a beko bia hu papa ne sa no adwuma ento aye boyin so no yekọ constituency bia na wanya candidate a region bia bedu so constituency bia bedu ho bia yebenya bibi de yensa atene so a ye de be campaigner wo se wo mpe no opede again papa ne se oba Dr. He said to me, "What's not saying with Ghana? Yes, my mobo. Yes, sorry, I say, oh, Ghana, there you youthful population. So, youthful population, what beside who the 8-hour youthful population? Or yes, who say, you youthful population because ye nini endum pempenso be was ye nini back or crana everyone you. And until I saw the streets of Accra, say ye Mamobi, say ye Choco, say ye Madina, say ye Alajo, say Caprice. The old one, a process at the time where they see you better what a shock. O better gone too soon. O better painful exit. Sani many in I am quadanket ketia, or more to Tumrika, or more pentem no be ni baby or more crow. And no near the sea or may. Doctor Siwa whom say, Ghana, a camera says, will be back so pitia. Then it's in a pino and answer the yemnia. At dainty, I ain't me CC hospitals, and my name may abobuanoa. Se bibia amponya, Anya she crack twice a year. Ye betimi asori afie se ye kwa kohwehwe ya pomuden na ya hwe se bibia techema na bibi ntechema ye be kire wo kɔ no hwe so adi di se de odidi na ana bibi ya techema ye se da se ibrantem na ye nso anoma ɛno ɛna ye life expectancy no e betimi akɔsoro akodu 65 70 a ye nyina ye bɔ mpa ye se bidu ɛna obi di 70 years a je se wabɛyɛ ade bi a em se wadane tourist attraction e wo se nipa pu kɔhwɛ no efi so obi di 55 kra no owu a yes, we be fan sa adie bia e fan sa bia nya papa doctor say oba hwehwɛ individual prosperity e was ankrankre etimi di yie na ankrankre di yie a oman na ageto afiri ne ho adenti na aye na akwa the other way round oman ne pese oyɛ yie wa bra nipa e wo mu no omutimi ni yie ansa na ebeka se nipa wo man mu di yie no na ono akasa na adwuma a oyɛ a bosome so aye di sika bre no enye sika bia keke livable wages sika obetimi de abobra ena adwuma efo ahodo a ebie nwuma a efa nkrofo nyina no they are pretending to be paying their employees and employees no so they are pretending to be working for their employers. That is the irony I tell who say aso man eno nti na media now no 2023 Meaning na me support a different candidate o.
Yeah.
Me betena fie he ya.
Yes.
And I'm born in
And I can be with our no.
Nipa nye canopy. Na yɛde ne si awie ma no pa. Na yɛbedi na awotwe da. This abusua pani akotua ka ne asan betutu di na kogu there. Nipa ye rational being.
Deɛ na hu ye.
Deɛ me hu ye ne say no two elections are the same. In 2023 na me di Yewura Kennedy Japan achi.
Yes.
Sabre no na party ne ne wa bam.
So at that time you believe say Yewura Kennedy Japan was an ideal candidate for the party going into the 2024 election.
Exactly.
But in 2020 you don't believe say Yewura Kennedy Japan is an ideal.
The dynamics have completely changed.
How so?
Oh, say anya hwe kra no. 2023 say na ye wa bam. Na 2020 I mean 6 a ye ko primaries yi. Pacho ye opposition na ye wa bam.
Opposition.
Na opposition ni abam ese. En say ade say opposition no ho na osere. Enti ade a ye no opposition e different from the na bam o. Anya hwe kra no sabre no. Ye nyina ye hu yi say anya hwe kra na system no e support a particular candidate. Eno na ye mu be free say system no ultimately the party no for far too long, for about 16 years. And he said, oh, President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, why you were doing 8 years in opposition as leader of our party, 8 years in government, why you Juma Ubiabo Abaso? Now, kwa. And they say, oh, yeah, oh, my sign the slightest idea, say, oh, interest, a particular candidate. But men no cream, Sana Nami Huno, and no shame in grand say, near. I mean, supporting candidates for that time, no. Na yen hwe se ono de ne ba Ghana fo nyina betu adi na chi ne yatimi age to me Ghana fo ante ase enti ennement na hanka se Yewura Kennedy Japan a bad candidate enti na meja na chi no na emom obi ye good obi ye better enti se ne dynamics na sesa na se mehu a better candidate na se mehu candidate a efine keka bia ni ne ho obi ense se okotena se yen kire o kwan obefa so obi defending ne eba bia waye in the past enti adenti na candidate ono aka che yen se enema ewo me ho am betimi a project no ehu hia se wo be se obi ansa na waton banti bi o hwa ye de akodwa so ye de koya na yetu no foforo ye fresh kra no ya nto ene sa banti kro na ase chinchina ye nsa amfa ne nko afi a waso dae no eno no de kwa ye yi eno nti eye den a 2028 elections NDC be present a fresh candidate sana MPP so no ye hwe nimu se ye present Dr. Yaw Oseduchum na obi a NDC fo be yi ni bia no wo de ni gina ho a NDC fo po munyi nipa be miensa na se enan binu ye be ye te se de watoato a nkotre so ni nkotre pomponi watoato a nkotre de osonson so omo tenten betumi ni premier ayepe na omo no bro de enye peda enu nti na me de ma wi nsu awe abo agusu se Dr. Yaw Oseduchum se me nan na me de besisi fo mu pa me de besisi fo abonto ama no said they be the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. No, it's magic to me am I 2028.
And in 2023, it was fighting against the system.
Sure.
And George, what you are saying is the system is no more there.
Sure.
So a system needs to hobby. System needs hobby.
That's right.
But then somebody will say there are remnants because
of course.
Of course. The aka almost still the nanka enkane nanka ekoso no one person mo toaso so your switch is not necessarily say ompe obi asem.
That's right.
Nemum you feel say going into 2028 you need a new approach.
That's right.
And I say a new system obetimi dia fight the existing system. Obi people say that system no a war and I say a crowd doctor Yaw Oseduchum no eno ne de he because as we speak there are people who are talking about unity within the party.
That's right.
There are people who are talking about bringing back one more nanken kane womo edijuma bi de boa party no a bribinti mentim ho asebinti womo free party no ekokotena baby. After every single thing after matu abani nyina awie no that's where it even becomes critical. So after 2023,
sure.
Ibinum your margin say I some no win.
That's right.
Into your tonko so no monko your campaign.
Sure.
Actually, crown san ibinum your margin say omoko akawoka ho. These are scenarios and niema esipen.
Yeah.
Enti kwan ben enami bisa say Dr. Yaw Oseduchum. Ebetumi afa so asuso sa niema we nyina no to have both front going into the 20.
The ecosunum. And then may can pay there. Maybe a query. Uko foam na se wo e ba so. Na utimi te na na utwaniti a. De aka tententen na esa ho no. Utimi nya akokodro sesa so obotom kra nya ohwe. Utwa wo tira de aka te sa homa.
Nti se wo niti ko.
Enti wo niti ne kwa ma obi na ada no ho se ahoma na esa ho no de behunu na obi a. O de no to nchen na oba enka bomu ho asema 2016 ye ba ben mu no. Nkrofo say oh ye de enka bomu and a win election 2016. Me maka on several platforms. I may say try hack abuse say MPP nya enka bomu ne de win 2016 otom. Ghana fo ankasa ne hu ye mobo enti ye lucky keke and ye win 2016 because party a wo election asalam down here ya mo feature here ya and asabre na ye general secretary yeru akwabna je Japan ye ko tamale in 2014 e ko to abama no 2016 election near suspending as general secretary of our party. Chairman Awentemi Afoko, Paul Awentemi Afoko. No, a national chairman Ayako to Abama no Tamale 2014. By 2016 Ayako election no. They are trained na to Kunyama on your chairman BM. Yeru Same Crab, first vice national chairman of our party. That time Ayako election 2016 no. Not on your substantive, first vice chairman. They are trained, they are suspended no.
Yes.
Enti when the country was says afọ no omu ni achita afọ obi a party for na ato abama omo na ye fa sa akwa no suspend omo a wo say na ye united enti na win election unity bia ni ho a media sabre na mi hu but sabre no
you didn't see any unity in 2016
unity be na who you general secretary free party mu na wo unity anka wanka obi amom na unity bia ni ho nemo Ghana for
so are you attempting to say that George Minchwano are you attempting to say that this unity that we see now the root of it started a year 2016.
I am telling you. Share me politics are me. My imagine say asema metna radio A akano ene. Akano ene. O frame radio B. Na okofa sa nkomo kro na aba. Ochena meba betena waka asem kro na. Me say me tena we fidie so aka. Happy FM 98.9 ena mete. Ena me kan the pain say so BC 2016 elections no e nkabo mu ne de we ne ya me say nya no kre if it's a party a wa suspend o chairman wa suspend o first vice wa suspend o general secretary me hu nkabo mu bia na o party no the psychology of the Ghanaian people at the time having seen NDC for 8 years they felt it was enough and omo to abeti a omo enti ye ba ye na nke wo se ye hwe ne ye siesie e de nkabo mu mapan ba no one more I was saying, come shema sanka bomu ne ba no. Safo no bebre ma power na o ma nya any positions o mo pay or destin say be hwe amanka bomu aba. Enu ti na president ko foka say power can trick you. So kaya. Sabre to me na unya ani ti na ya adwan ye say bibia currency business as usual. Any ye de ne sa ti 2020 do ye no. Ye hu say party ni sunsum swate. Enu ti na obi a wa beat obi about 1 million votes. Then we team close gap to about 500,000.
Yeah.
The signs were clear. Said 2016 we were not going to make it. And now Basi going into election.
Is it 2024 and
2024. Sorry. Yeah. Going into an election 2028 elections. So that who say now no candidate na mde kwe na mesa ade akwa. Enye nwanwa say na no vote na unya na Ghana for besa ade ama.
But there are also people with the school of thought say well share the trend our party no more. Now here one more maba him Frank Adiama party no. Ebenum kono be impre no na sem prince sana omutumi edi nkunim e de ama party no. If so what sa ensenkan ni bia and wadwen kire e wo ho any de hin. So the omo kan ye no kre. E was omo obi foforo ana eba ana se onipa no okọ ebre bi etwa mu a wantimi amfa nkunim di amre party no. Ono mo nsama ne nkobio.
Okay, say minim mfia na wedi in 1992. But anya hwe kra say wan to aba 92 kra. Megidi say unim the presidential candidate NPP present in 1992. Professor Albert Adubuahe. Unim so ofidwabe. Ofidwabe. Me ne o kase ne nankese egu asante dwabe asiye. Iti Professor Dubois echo 92. But we do 96 no. Yeah, the Professor Dubois ko.
Dabi.
Iti when they bit me convince me say that has been the trend since the formation of the party. Intine yen twaswa. Na sana trend netia. Okofa na nado danko akufo ado a okomprensa. Enti MPP for person experiment ni entra opposition. Emprensa ansa na yenya power. Ebi a wo a wutie me. Na no 8 years no. Unya wo chefa. Wedidi ame. Wetimi ahwe wo ma. Enti dia aka ye eden bi anwumre wedidi ame na wo nante tenetene wapom. Ba wo nante akotenetene wapom because say wedidi ame ne. Kai na hu say Rufai bi ti asante dwaben a de obedi mpo onyaye. Ono nya de obedi o wo wanya di aboro so ma wo konante ama bi atwe ho. Tafo no de on betimi aka say business as usual. Ba ye mu bia ye free say party ne tena ban mu cha. Be my party adwuma from 2008 actively be see now me no ti high kase. The closest I'm getting to power is say me personal assistant to honorable SSB. Bra no eke be chief executive. Sebi baby anyankopon odi me aduru ewo adesua mu kakra efie nyansa mu kakra no. Binyi ni say MCE ni me di bi anke bro mi so. Betimi adi MCE ama ma ho odin bi aka. Enso so party ni ba bam 8 years no. Me nya bi. Enti bia na nyankopon ye adom ne etena ho beyond 8 years a afi na nke bedru me so na Rufai nom ne kofo nom a omosu a omani ebeto manim no omatimi aka se yen so ye nipa yedi na chi wa pagya kodu ha de a yen koso nso party nim na dachi yen so ye brebedu e ba ne sen na afi de saafo ni bia de omo pe owiase bi omanya awie no omo na ebedwa ya so no ma kire de yenye eti ba bia ye dro ni party ni ba bia ejina no. It is not about any individual. It is about the interest of Osono. Now, my allegiance, my loyalty has never been with any individual. Never.
So if push comes to shove, say George in the near Oshe, a year doctor ya or say Duchum.
Yeah.
Say went to me and there is a possibility say Ubijana 3D. Just as you just mentioned.
Dr. Chidi.
Yeah.
Oh, and I make her say, no two elections are the same. The dynamics I be presenting in the subsequent elections, and I may take a decision based on the dynamics at Trinity. Oh, they are not on China. This time, you hear Dr. Duchum Pafi says, what's the campaign? On Kasentia Ubi, or can they say the idea, or project it, you can't near my papa or Jina Homa, then this one I didn't near Bohoderu. Na oya saa ne mani nyina awie na candidate B elusu no we ni a odi omo ba together na enye den ba se wahwa NPP mu yenya two factions a me mpese mebodin wa anya omu ntina mte ha ba ko to mane ne yonko ana ba ko so ato mane ne yonko ena wo obi a wo so camera si ne so a wafa candidate ba ko asi ho na odi na temfri ni tiri so kosi ne na ase ena candidate ba ko no so wo ne nipa bi so wo ho a ono so ye ne number 9 a ono so the number 6 no gina fifi no oche pass na ono so candidate we nsusu mu a no akeka bi a che ne se de opebia saa nema na ekoso no metina fidie so aka kire MPP ni awutie saa factions mienu na ayimeje a we to mane we na we ato mane we no na no ye koyi mu baako ne nkofo so mo ka ho so mo nka ho akwa ti se papa bi otu bata na okotena efie nko amako aduosonson mu oba na abusu apani sikwaku ade efie nko aduosonson de ade wo se abusu apani ebi free me ebi su free me fie rafo enti 2024 election eluzu ye no ebi betime free me ameti studio ha ebi betime free wo awon so wutie enu nti na ensese sanfom so na ye ebre bi atwam no ye san koye sanfom so okro na abiem. If it's a medical cartel, say you cannot do the same thing and expect different results. What did Dr. Duchumba? Nasa afenuno also okama buma enye den fi say. En confirm me no ko omonto kwa krokro wan kabi. Na yekoye ne say oh yenjai na enye te say de tie na baako of sa nipa mienu na America say we to mani we ana we ato mani we a wo awutie wunim sa afo na America o masem no. Yekoyi mu baako a party no yemfa yensem wuyeti ne mobena. Fi say 2028 ye be kwa aba ensapan ni asan be ye enena na meka be de manu si no say ye suma se kodwom koto ntene bra na okona aba ensapan a asem bia ni ho a wobɛka asɛm ne de ɛne nkyene na ne yɛpɛ gu aduane no ɛbɛyɛ pɛda nti 2028 yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛkɔ election ne yɛbɛba na afei na obi bɛkyerɛ yɛ nneɛma esisi yi a ɛno nti na elusu election no yɛmpɛ bi atie as party yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛkɔ election wei ne yɛbɛba no yɛsɛ flag bearer na yɛyi no ɔyɛ winnable candidate ɔkɔ election wa win elections no na 2029 7th January Ghana for kuhyiam kutua yakɔsɔ afena mu ama Dr. Yawosai Duchumasai sɛ Ghana mampani na watimi ama Ghana abɛsene Singapore ɛnyɛ yɛ ferry said the President Mahama nam Singapore then ɔkɔɛ wɔ abra in the 1960s Singapore mampani ba Ghana no na obenya ananka Singapore ayɛ te sɛ Ghana ɛnɛ yɛyɛ duru hɔ ɛna yɛkɔyɛ lala sulila yami hu ɔman Ghana mɔbɔ.
Happy 98.9 FM na asuku so achi na pa ho ada benjumadie ora George amponsa ekasa ema Dr. Yawosai Duchum ni campaign wo yo se obetimi ama party ma NPP etimi ato ne so aba na oba be him franka dia ma the NPP amanyoko no going into the 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections. George, but you didn't come away because there are a lot of people who are raising concerns about the approach at Eneno, Muridi Mujuma or party no more. And can come back to a year polling stations a year about. We back to constituency, matu a year regional, matu a year national. And Sakran San Namako Makako to about Eddie Franca Tuni. And they top down.
And a medical I can say never be cause of party anymore. I was say a such a no creature party in penny for. The yeah no party na abeja to me. Dr. Duchum or a party bar. Into onimena sipo bia ti asanhye na ewo ho no. Na media many omo ana omo ka ne brebi atwam se edan de yedi kan to ne fapem. Ansa na yedru ne moso.
Yeah.
Den na afi de ye pɛ moso akira kwan. Wabra ye nto fapem. Eno no ye nkomo a ebetima peda abetena se. Na ya hwe ni mienu no. Ne papa ewo we mu, ne boni ewo mu. Ne papa ewo we mu ene we so boni ewo mu. Ye wie ne ekeka si ani a ene ye behwe. Na emom me bom pa ya asre otwedi amponyankopon se. Election a ye beko primaries a ye be yi. Emu aya ampanifo de ma ye se ye nika anye we ene se ana se asentira omugina aso si sa gina ye no. Ene se ye e party nim. Enti ye nhwe ne enyi sa presidential election na edi ye aba no mfiri ho. Na ye firi ho wie de a ye benya asomdwie. Sanse odu kuro bi mu ne ye twe ohene fom a yimisa se kuro ye mudwo. Enti se dede wo ho na ene we si watimi ho chena we si makame we si mina me we sika we si maboka we si mahese a. Na obi an kire se me vision nie me ideas nie we na me de begu kwam asesa oman no na me susu ma confront poverty head on. I just say you are doing na kika sansem na bi gidi se baby ejina sisia no ye betima ma party penny for the benefit of the doubt na we are two wie na dede no ene nkambo mu ana nkambo mu ayepe se beba party nim no entumi ama anhwa na party for no ebeka se sa hihye na ye na amwaye bi gidi se duru ha ye behwe kwan foforo ebefa so but see idea ayete se bio make ahwe agu na tiem na ujira ho awusu faso ensesa hwe enti ye nima na yebeko
the grassroots saying
grassroots no kre o mun say time na Dr. Duchum entry ni tire de na grassroots aye mobo na grassroots e si apene na grassroots e di abene e kire say de da bia mo beti o mo party ne ho no oboni say negative stories nko a enne de okogina hatoma ni we o kira de okodi hade mu aye baaye sa ne ma no ne ja grassroots ayem hye hwe grassroots na kwete say nipa bia ye bo stadium na onu de wasore free ni fie na wanante abedu stadium na watwa gate fee ni wawuram de o hwehwe free me team Accra Heart of Folk wa ne say goals ni be flow sa na watem go winning bonus no ka say onyi bi and so say ni gie no a o de be free osu stand na say here or de Kaseɛbɔ na ba fie no ha ni gie ne keke na ohi anti sana grassroots ya semte mimi ye kuani amaka kire 2024 oba santi dwabea me na me overall best farmer and me proud say me ye kuani na me say babunu enti me dru say bi mafom say ya abo so say ye kwadende say ye amampama say ye apia na metie wɔn di nkɔmmɔ wɔn kɔ ahwɛ abibata ne kofi bugi mu wɔn tu burobe ne ade a metie nkɔmmɔ a wɔn di a kane na Dr. Dutum entry ne ti no na ɛgya wɔn ayɛ nhyehyɛ na nne deɛ wɔn ahu sɛ han bi apie nti yɛ sɛ there is light at the end of the tunnel eti Dr. Pie ne ti no ɛnɛ wobɛhwɛ the enthusiasm a ɛba the grassroots no ɛyɛ party ni mu a bigidi sɛ ɛno ka ho bi ɛna emu bi yɛfiri afuom a akyerɛbɛ ne yɛ yankyerɛ ne pɛmire ne suwa a ɛne wɔn di ahusi anɔpa kosi anwummerɛ no yɛgya wɔn hɔ a ɛnɛ yɛabɛtena nkran ha yɛnso yɛahyɛ fitaa sɛ party no yɛyɛ ate dɛnɛ hwɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ paagu tiri so a ɛne sanefo anohoma onye bitafe baabi aduro yi NPP party ma delegate situ apaagu mutiri so de aka ne sɛ wobɛtwe kɛtrɛma na yɛ sanefo anoho no ne wata free bi kɛkɛ Dr. Yao said Dutum de ho aba said the makoye wa America I drew baby and another Danko Kufuado no a candidate of the New Patriotic Party Oba America no share me sanu adwuma ka se papa ube consider say ube befie no abeboa me san say me bon to ase me di mampani na me be mampani a me de ngomasua fa me kwa ebe ban to aso suku okoya okọ ne kete so na nsire ne tirim wo se eh na me unim kwa me fa so be pra America brochi mem ma pempem Dimitra pempem me ma me ne papa anko school me yire me ho ko kakra ne ma bedru ha bie schools ama ma fa brofo adwuma e ma ne broni na e kofi ma me no wo se me mra Ghana no ko bisa na danfo broni bi e no se Adutum e betumi aba se America can do without you but e bia na wo my Ghana
cannot do without
you eno na de ne ba fie enti se ne yate de na papa yi bai wangu ni hu ani ma se aye adwuma me na asofo nyina de ne preachi na no sofo bi wose Ghana na no education minister bi a otwam ye friend say no ma bonidi Dr. Yao said Dutum wose papa na me pena sem dodo enwuma oye o Ghana ha bebrebe wo ye adwuma chen minister bia in the last 8 years and so what is we disika what is say ye de keta asese ne pro bia bono Dr. Dutum nyamishira o ti nipa say trinity a de Kenya e the background so to ho menua na me de me bompaye asere otwedi ampo nyankopon se Dr. Yao said Dutum oni ni team erade mo mu yokodro honhom na delegate yensem a ye ba mo na so a ye ka kire mo no mo ma yentie for once na yenya nsem bia ye ta ka se onya adaya afi ne wa ba race ni mu edu hu obi a wa ba contest mu a the first time a or appear on the ballot wetin ma win elections da na yesu ni wo wu anu ahweda hwe de President Mahama 2012 bra President Mills wu ye na obe take over a survey the unexpired term of President Mills no say first time I know about ballot so as president I don't know but he won the elections it's either now they who pay BBS unko fa the positive now I say they who they be a negative I had to say oh what do 10 to akwetia ho when we say akwa we akwetia we say we na say me watch ya damu a obey what do 10 to akwetia ho na on petintin bia ye enti say yes ye pese ye dream big yes ye pese o my Ghana o leapfrog yetimi twie mu na yen amama ya hodo o medi anim kan no yetimi twie mu ne yekoto o mu a wo hia obi a waye bida enti say aye bida o ho a enye kan da bi ene ede ne kwa hayo
ti aye bida ene Dr. Yao Osei Dutum o kasa no kasembi o say going into the 2024 elections no na party no enye akono emfama even party mabinom ene Ghana fo bebre no ano kwambe na doc be fa so bit my party na akono going into 2028 elections
minua on say da medical akasa me kan no obi wo ho a uti ni din keke mpo a it restores hope uti ni din keka it gives respite to the destitute nipa oni boafo wa asase so nipa oye janka yese awisi eda ase anopa na ye de obedi na nwumre ntra ono de nko obenya na ka wo na wo twam no ayi kakra de ama no sai nipa na ti di bia edin no keke no etimi mani nyanka nyan sronko na wasori abedi party na chi hwe o hwe obi de president kofo a ebra oba no yese gentle jack edu baby ne kofo se wase omre o ti asmo kan o si so hie mfa nipa ana asmo kan na oboa na mehu President Kufuor su ni bi ewo Dr. Duchu mu. Enti saa su na yɛde gye tumi no. Saa su na ɛma nipa dɔw prɛko pɛ wɔ abere a womie wɔ ano mpo nkasaeɛ no. Me sɛ ne ne doctor yɛ meeting. Papa ne kasaeɛ du baabi. Bra, na ni su ataataa me. Ne me ti hei 43. Nkai me papa wi Kofi Adu se amponsa wi kra man su saa san sɛ me hyɛ ne bɔ sɛ me yɛ adeɛ bi ama nansa no awu. Nyankopɔn time achi ma me yɛ ma no. Ti owu yɛ na me hu ne sɛ deɛ nyame pɛ sɛ me yɛ ma papa no ma yɛ wi. Ti ade na ɛwɔ sɛ mi su. Ɛna papa no so nya ɔno na ɛwɔ sɛ osie me. Me na ɛwɔ sɛ mi sie no. Enti man su. But then Dr. Duchu makasa ma masu.
Nentia.
Me hwɛ baabi a papa ne free ba. Ɛne baabi a papa na bedu. Ɛne n'ani so ade hunu ne baabi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ a. Ɛkae me asɛm bi a former General Secretary Kofi Annan ɔka me papa gya kɔ ne de pa. Was to live is to choose. But to choose well, you must know who you are, where you want to go, and why you want to get there. Sɛ usi gyinaeɛ sɛ wei na mepɛ no ansa na wobɛtumi asi sɛ gyinaeɛ no agye sɛ wohu nipa ko a woyɛ deɛ si w'ani so baabi a pɛ sɛ ɔkɔ ne deɛ nti a ɔwɔ sɛ wokɔdu saa mpɛmpɛnsoɔ no ɛti wohwɛ obi a ɔse sɛ hweanto bam ɛna ahwan kurom nkuro no wɔbɔ ma esisi so ma otumi hu sɛ ampa papa no watena saa nkurase no nyinaa a na ne papa kokoofuo na ɔdɔ a wɔde ne ɛti kokoo na wodua ɔbɔ atɔdwe na ɔyɛ na wotumi faa mu a ɛnɛ kodu mpɛmpɛnsoɔ bi ɔman Ghana nyinaa yɛpɛ obi ama na hwɛ ngumasua so a na ado dan kwakufu ado de hyɛ ne nsa na wangu ne ho anim ase na wakyerɛ de si n'ani so no ɛmaame hu sɛ Kofi Adu sɛ amponsa koraa de anya hwe koraa no na ɔyɛ a Greek scientist o eti sɛ ne ba ne me a na sɛ obi a ɔno ne papa ne maame ankɔ school da ɛtumi abɛyɛ Minister of Education dia ɛna na kyerɛ sɛ teacher ni ba te sɛ me George Opoku amponsa daakye me so metumi abɛyɛ Minister of Education eti Dr. Duchu nkasa no deɛ ma me su yɛ ne sɛ wɔtwɛn me daakye kyerɛ me ɛnɛ yɛ abira na me ti n'ani
Dr. Duchu twɛn wo daakye kyerɛ
I am telling you Dr. twɛn me daakye ebie so kyerɛ me nɛ eti me hwɛ daakye na ɛfɛ na nso me nduru hɔ no na ayɛ me mani atete na party a ɛwɔ mu yɛ the New Patriotic Party sɛ wopɛw Dr. Yaw sɛ Duchu sɛ yɛ present no 2028 a me say NDC for pa ɔmo nsesa constitution ne yɛnka sɛ ɔmo nko a ɔmo fa nipa mmiɛnsa anaasɛ 9 meka sa timu bio sɛ ɛbɛyɛ te sɛ watoato a ekutire pompo ni bɛsɛ dio sonson so ɔmo tentene betumi ne premier ayɛ pɛ nso ɔmo ano bro deɛ ɛnyɛ pɛ da election na yɛ kɔ me pɛ sɛ yɛ head to head analysis of the various candidates head to head ne yɛde bɛkɔ eti yɛ yi Dr. Duchu ma NDC for crown hwa ɛda a ɔmo bɛyɛ primaries crown ɛbɛyɛ a date no to choose a date for their primaries crown bra ɛbɛyɛ de
sɛ NPP to aba delegate to aba de ma Dr.
31st January 2026 yɛ to aba wie na Dr. Yaw sɛ Duchu bɛyɛ flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party a me say NDC for to set a date for their primaries ɔmo kɔ yi flag bearer crown no ahwɛ ɛbɛyɛ de amo
George adintra ɛbɛyɛ de amo
ɛbɛyɛ de amo because some kɔ yi candidate no na yɛ head to head analysis of the two na doctor no nko agyina hɔ a gye sɛ onya nipa bɛ nwɔtwe ɔno nso so nko a no party no anaa ɔman no nhyehyɛ ma ɔkɔ ama nkɔ yi nipa nwɔtwe enti sɛ yɛ set date na yɛakɔka nipa nwɔtwe abɔ mu akɔyi akɔfa baako no saa nhyehyɛ no ɔmbɛdɛ na ɔmayɛ enti me say
George Mintuano, so within the National Democratic Congress, if a year party ma on the 31st of January 2026, NPP party delegates on Moga Kotwaba, Etwaba Edi Dr. Yaw say Duchu. There is nobody within the National Democratic Congress. I would say, Obetimi match Dr. Yaw say Duchu boot for boot.
Oh, that Binia. I
just
have a bad idea.
For the purposes of emphasis, George.
Me say, I have a buy. Una will be sansem. Ni me yan. Sem buy the obi sam bia me yano. Na de obi sam bia me se mpese me san danema wa nkasa. Ti fa ne se wo na ate.
Una wo kan.
Fa ne se wo na ate ha.
George una wo kan.
Fa ne se wo na ate ha.
Una wo kan.
Danka.
Ujidie mu no. Obi ani.
Ode bobe me sama me.
There is a current year education minister, Haruna Idrisu. Eric Opoku ho. Owura Julius Debra.
Mabo miensa. One say benefit say obo hwema na eda ejiji utrim. Hwema wa obo yi. Utribu ase ni wudi. Tu ka miensa ne bom kra no. Wudi gina Dr. Duchuma ni ma eto say. Tafi wo analysis na analogy na me dey ma say okay ka ko trepomponi to aso bebre a. Omo tenten de betimi na epe o na no bro no. Hwe Dr. Duchum was a proven achiever. Ejufa na brabo a ohya ase kwalabrim enwenta so honhom a eba animu a wose wono de ne maame ne papa anko bi nenso obekọ a okọ ya akodu mpempenso obi a o raise sika on Wall Street and they are establishing schools in the United States of America. Sa track record no nipa miensa na oboy no omumu hwan na ode toto san ade we achievement we nko akra obetimi aduru ho ese bi mpanifo mani samo yewura miensa binu abo nyina no the ndc for mo wa no ntisa na obetimi aka no ba me ka de me sesi me bose panifo miensa oboy ekra no omo akra no sa brei me sure say wonye gi na mu na konwam abra oboy ni din no ba kwa ro ni shoes si am no ka say because person o tie response kra eba. But honorable for sure ni she because one kasa kra udi adanse say Dr. Duchum de Ghana politics mo ne se so nyamai brano kra na make atro no
ye mo gomo twetwe ni mra na wie na mo contour and I know say you've been going to the respective constituencies.
Of course.
Honsen kan it say omoje mo say
me de metimi akase eno na ma manije wo hwe delegate
constituencies na mo ko no
delegate a na ewo tumi so omo to aba na de omo kan ne say doctor ya twen wa che efri say enanu bi kra na nka ye hwe nim say obekeka ho na eso so amasa wentimi ankeka ho no ye hwe nim say afi we de obesi fo na usi fo ma etie wa no kasa etie wani so ade hu no wo ma Ghana man no ye gidi say wo na ebetimi de waje tumi he amanyokuo bia wo kote political party a enema be miensa penti na ateo edikan oboaboa wo mu a oni wo ya adwene wani so ade hu no bi ho di party na ideology ben na mugidie tie no obepe unuanom a omo ne wo ya adwene wo sa ade no ho mu wi a number 2 se mu bekọ akọbonto a mu bonto a number 3 se mu behwe se ebeto abama mo na mafo me government mo bu omai eti se o te party aboaboa like minds so like-minded people ano na mo abonto a enye adwuma ketwa o tu bonto ani we na tumi na ama eti se de wasa kapoma no wanwam eti se de wahwe nkwan no wanche uti eti ba bia party ni gina sisi anse ye tumi ne ye pa candidate omuhu tumi wananim Dr. Duchum ti ye kofom a eye nigye ni nkranhye maye ti etimi fi anopa ko se anwumre na aduane nkan ano because adwuma no ba bia bedu bia no unya ho anigye sonko enti ekoye ofompa
one mo mutie delegate ahodo mutie ene awie ye de nkomotwetwe ne ba na wie no dansem na aka kire
de meka kire mu nyina ne se election 2028 yehu ne se so bida e Ghana abakosemu enu nti mamu maye nye ne se de na anu bi ye no eno a na ye san aye efise se ye sa de na me se ye be konsu na bansapan da be ye me maamete te se nkwala bi agro bi omudie se wo pese wo yi flag bearer na on him franka na on de on ka se ai me na ye yi me se franka tufuo ma NPP na o montoa across the length and breadth of the country na ye wi a the politics mu nyina ba bi obekwa akoduru ni so obeye flag bearer akekede a wetin tu so obia opebia na mo wutie me na we delegate na o dwene se party ni besa ababan mu biem na enne niema yehu a aya tata ya ye tata party fo wonye bone kra na ye twatro ato so na ye gu anim ase enne attorney general the respected Dr. Ayini or try and call for in the media space. Minister Sabre, but in call for be gum e won adwenim. And so safo ni na ne o merenum no o ma na ti ho o mudidi. E san kwan hia o musuntem. Se sa ban we ye pese yi free ho a. Obetie se abanfota ba e o me se de aban papa ba ho. Na me tene se abanfota. but also say aban papa na
aban papa no moka
nam ka so say aban futa na ni nyina achi no wo businessman ani aka to say dollar na buy 11 cedis dollar na buy 11 cedis no ukọ bank say ukope bia woni bi wo ho ay abochi na wo dollar no abochi dollar nso nya 11 cedis enti why na ye dada no and there were set of rules for NDC 4 and a set of rules for NPP 4 it is obesha your board Dr. Opuni was a presence we NDC ni kufie you asem no asem bia ni ho biem Dr. Kaseɛbɔ was a presence so we NDC ni friends eyezu kokotena fie wasem bia ni ho Richie Jakpa oh yes sir se kokotena fie acquitted and discharged on friends nolly prosequa and ya file sir and NPP for the ya some line near Doma Betra and away and your transfer ska to na account to and your evidence was all the court and what the media almost find the that is how lower or minor governance no ye dia bedu enti when and the policies and in the vision ebetima kan nyina bom se o man na ebetima ma ye nya animunyam a ye ne ya afo amaman ahodo okuhia Ghana ye me a laughing stock and nona yen yehu ni say Dr. Yao said duchum sa na international rapport na owo with amama ahodo and na me no ka say obeti Liberia 4 peno obeti Kenya 4 peno omo benya ananka omo de ehongu mesu nyina akra hye nsa education consultant na ko ogi ni sika papa bi nenso papa no say o wakoma pa ma Ghana it is anim de ni nyansa nyankopon de adom no o de bedi o Ghana anim na watimi ama o we edache abeye fe dachi a nipa engu basahare so a ebeye gone too soon e say dru baby a nipa no kra eye ne ya na so say e defita na ekosan say ye kodanya me asefi say nipa ne yesesa na begu awiem ya asesa na kogu dem ya bre nti okwa nkwaje na home yempe painful like it yempe gone too soon Dr. Yao said duchum say what the agenda longevity and ebro my Ghana umpe we na pede emiria
George
bra
ambonza ma memfa na asie ma
wanya me abedu ani so
menyawa menyawa de osi attorney general jawo na oyede
oh
obo we
so one to the into so as o ti mo nya de atofo so the present sir was the dolly prosequa
George me na was George kasa ema eye owura Dr. Yao say educhum and I say and nti mawie de mo betwa vetting and then afterwards you continue with the year monto aba mo won peso ahodo ne so
oh on say Dr. Educhum or you be a or a member or a sitting member of parliament for the good people of Bosomchi constituency
yes
and na party no so no obi a o qualify say obeba be ye mrase bedwani bia no o qualify na se wonfie bro 40 a o qualify say obeye mampani e party ni hihye yim
yeah
enti enne yewura bankwa yebo a wa ma clearance yetimi ko sha ase say yebo ye ntoa eno enti na ma hye ntoa bona se wo fie ha we de ohwena no pe na me se mema na fono da me bankra bia this all man baby da sanse me new na ebetena fidie so ni aye adwuma no na nyankopon ton super bigu so a da che me ko Jubilee House a na me ne wako ene me no betwa photo nyankopon ya adom na ye win elections na obehwe mo Jubilee House a fa sa photo no bra udu wa security for no be mo aba you know that CP
yeah was me no was and we live on pa ho adaben na wasugu so utie no George ambonsa ekasa edema Dr. Yao Osei Educhumu gina se NPP emma entone so aba na omehim franka former NPP amanyoko no going into the 2028 presidential and parliamentary elections the pa ho adaben na wasugu so utie no
ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe
Number one everywhere you go. Big goal for the friends and the family. Big goal. Big refreshing moment. Big goal for the kids and the adults. Big goal. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big goal. Everywhere the party day. Big goal. We go mash up the place with it. Big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big goal. Big goal. refreshing moment.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wokon timi do champagne pa. Nanso, usike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So, so pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, won mo wonim dwumadie no. Etumi dima wo ewo bra wode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Izanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a opese otwe egun homa so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Waya nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Freyen. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, Freyen, short and long film, Freyen. Yetetefon humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Media sem denenam. Wube kwan kroji a. Wube tumi amane nneoma free krofoforo so aba Ghana. Se nampo so full container load ana group page. Wupe ni Wiemshine Express. Metre Air Cargo ana Express. Enye. Wuni Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited. Antonchia. Omo over 15 years experience. Wa global shipping and logistics. Omo futupa ebe buamu edume tumpon. Omo buonso de eda from boko. Ewo Golden Stone Logistics. Omo kura wo nyoma yie ma o. Onu afre 0502 609 222. Anase 0208 126 777. Na omo mwama wo dwuma nkwanim. Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited. Delivering growth, securing trust.
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
From roots to remedies, from leaves to life, Ghana's traditional herbal healing power is rising strong and true. It's time for the maiden edition of the Ghana Herbal Conference, coming up from December 3rd to December 5th, 2025, at the Prempeh Assembly Hall in Kumasi. Theme: Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation. Come and experience live herbal demonstrations, exhibitions, and engaging discussions with top practitioners, researchers, and regulators. This conference is proudly partnered by Ministry of Health, Traditional Medicine Practice Council, Food and Drugs Authority, Center for Plant Medicine Research, and Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Visit www.ghanaherbalconference.com or call 020-2222-095 to register for free. To exhibit your product or services, call 020-2222-095 to book a stand. Follow us at Ghana Herbal Conference on all social platforms. Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Madi
ɛfa ho adabe nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ. ɛfa ho adabe.
Until him says that Yabekono happy 98.9 FM Yadia Betna say na yedi and common said ye tieno and someone here was see bisa no was see bisa near Yentiasie near Yajunimu Antony or Huno Yadia was see to me and impenium for etokese tenasie na yeniomu edi ho enkomo na nkyere mu bia mpanyimfo bia no won atumi edi aman nti yema ne mpa ho ansa na yaka ho asem eni esi ye no ano entempa se de mpanyimfo ka se ye tete abetie na ne timu ano no ye ntena ho am ye tete abetie ne nwi ansa na yakofa ye chansi akopre ye de ba ye no na ye de nsesem bi ye de prekope happy 98.9 FM me emmo enka yese enei wo pe deodorant papa de adijuma de wo use ne ne I just announce one three ansa na wo use bi dia na ne Dr. Zeng natural deodorant eno enei ya twen de free Eugenia chlorophyll injure no mu na ye de agusahye mu enei yemfa chemical bi amfra mu enye ba ko bi a okoto na de yomoto mu beye na anu nansa uja na akofa ofro na de ye ho a na obehwe ne mpompo ahyase ebobo no da bi nya no bia enye dia esisi eye omoto mu ntokuro no da bi enye no bia wei se ode ye omoto mu a ememfifre wo se tu bia ne tew na emom enkapa se de nkan bi ba ho de lai enya de bi ba ho da wei eye Dr. Zeng afia pem ahanwotwe aduwotwe nsia 1886 ena ye de ba adwomu a ewiase afa na ba bia befa bia no nipa dodo no agye atomu a woto edikofie kukudi djuma panyini etimi edi djuma sanso na nkwada omadi beye mfie edumienu ekro no wonso betimi edi bia mom na onim se nkwada no womu nyini sa na ne omutimi di agro ne mfifra to on se twon obahwe enkanka na omokotins no mu a efifre ntom sa na nkan bom ho eyesa na maame awofo no womo dwenwene edien kura na betimi edi yi nkan di efiri mbaye ho anu yaba edi amaw bomodia pe Dr. Zeng natural deodorant nibi also stay pure stay sustainable bomodia for pure onyx gh wotete fo homa iso na ni pure onyx gh okofa bai entwetwe komo anase any ensawoso numbers ni 0544 767 691 and 0599 032 559. Dr. Zeng natural deodorant, stay pure, stay sustainable. Tieniye na menkai wo se eneno ope eye company ejumaku a obetumi aboa wo ama waye awade anase wawade no atimi SPSita wedding a wo ye wa da beye enfie beye enan enum nsia nso konkron ne edunie wa ya untimi enkonko ye dabia na oba na no woni ne tie no wo tete wo nwinwi mesraw fa ho bra bebo happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding 2026 no wate registration no ye bie over the front desk of Happy 98.9 FM wa eyade a wonsa ebeka registration form no bi sika wutua nyina eye 1000 Ghana cedis tie ne ye sika wutua nyinara eye 1000 Ghana cedis untua sika fufuro bia emfa nka ho bio untua sika fufuro bia emfa mayen emfa nka ho da bi 1000 Ghana cedis per ena ye de ye pe odi o 100,000 Ghana cedis o 2 million 20 billion yes say emu 1000 Ghana cedis per ena ye pe na ye de aye wedding no e de ama wo. Now we are talking about luxurious hotel accommodation, beautiful wedding outfit, amazing reception with great food and drinks, stylish decoration, convoy escort service, professional premarital counseling, videography, photography, hair and makeup, among others. 20 solid years, any a day happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Eddie Abregana Funyina. We still hold the record of say organizing Amanipa Baku Dunum. We still hold the record in West Africa and Africa. Obiantiminyebi. Modiana Fred. Na befa registration forms CI. Wonso awo adwumako bia pese modem ho eboyen ma etimi Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding no emane ye kra behwe no. Tete phone ho Modiana Fred. 0244 906 235 and 0302 254 858. Happy FM Valentine Mass Wedding. Our rear on another level. Now I just don't know. I mean, Carl said she said home terms and conditions apply. Ochina if you are damning say uko fiesa no obekwa ko sinema eniema sien so de to da bia na ahi enkankan se wa nya sem na betimi aboa wo ama watimi ayi efi ahodo a wo niema no mu no e de afiri mu a eya na ahi pa ekoba ne sa abeposa niema no abeduru breb na onsa chi nyina a wotre da bi eni ho kwan se niomasie eye yasa e wo se niomasie eye exciting e wo se niomasie eye de na opesem na obedi obetimi de adi djuma ama niomasie eye de dia na make for jama detergent powder e de amount ene na odi gunsuo mu ana epu ahuro se puku na nya no nko an e wo multi enzyme stain removing formula eno ene betimi eyi watade no mu fi nyina e de afri ho e de ama wo na eja ehia papa wo akire e de ama wo ene wona ma wo hia lafinta o ene utwa amanfo hwene mu a ene watade no mu hwam wo de na de yemu na onim se jama detergent powder ene autori kogu fie to be coffee my guy your woman go happy rough odo to be coffee now the si ukunu niema onu ane baby di ho dance here sada no wakwa adwuma bon se anka oja 2000 a obo hunu oja 10000 so you dey fa ya dey person dey jama feeling ntia jama your partner for clean clothes o modern akoko pebi to wate baby abefa bia won betimi aka bi edwa hodo wo maga na munyina no ebi wo ho a okwa obetimi anya bi ato ema bi mpa ofie da wate Happy 98.9 FM no sugu so atie ne dwumade ne ye pa ho adaben en kamede awie de encounterment kan de Bismarck Brown ena wotimu na de edi him e wo man Ghana mu no wone na pamfo e de abre etiefo ene afhefo mojimre ehwe yen live on Facebook etie yen on Happy 98.9 FM na bribinti emse na otwi wantimi ama mekanse joda no obaye ne mum na na aka no ase bibia akikire ne kakra nti wantimi ama mekansa baye ye toaso yesi ye di jawa ne ye di asoawo enunti ye ntena ho ma ne mpa ho ansa ne ye di nsem no ho nkomo timi tena mu ama no ama yetimi ato akosu edi dwumadi a ye de bre Ghana fo nyina awie bia no miunu ba na yatena se a yegina mu a ekopembra no nsia ebebokai se ye ne akasamafo a wokasa edema party ahodo no etena se edi eye enkomodi ensawoso di nkita ho ye dwo madwenkyere ewo ensem ahodo no a ekoso ewo mamu a etoda na ebi wo ka na aye biribia wo ho menua holali agbamava ena nana akwamoa boaten holali ekasa edema eye the National Democratic Congress Communication Bureau ho ena wo free ababeka yensa ene edai nana akwamoa boaten eye member of the NPP communications team abujafo ma mema mo ha na mema mo kwa abai
yo ya jo so
na ba so apombo ko de
na me adumo eja
ekoyi mamo
opposition your opposition so
no opposition po na nipa mo ba mo HQ ababe ye submission po ni opposition po
yes we say momentum no fini gusu we krampo ye asase mpo ene gather momentum no we say sometimes no never be on my we take them for granted when we are in power now sometimes it be on my because menya hwe nema no say na be say nti ko position no say when you bibia na NDC for no matima bibia ma na enu na dodo na tena omo amanto aban nyina ehu say no chale say ya ton ya color TV akoje black and white na sisi ade edwanyum na ye hu so nsisi ane de say ye keka ye hu bom ne ye ta ye wura Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Baumiechi, send a bear, you bet me across our fair said, or you. South Fair said, yeah, you're cross South Fair said, yeah, just a victory need there. It's a done deal. It's guaranteed. Because in Kofobi Brena now, almost a follow for sa lofty promises, no. Sisi ano, I bet daddy. You see, on my dapa na daddy. Into Sisi ano dear. Ghana no, there's a new hope. I'm banning Saswan Kenya, you buy opposition, no. I'm on phone who say, oh, say na. Nsɛm bebree na yɛwura John Mahama kan nya sɛ na rodorada nsɛm nti sisi ane there's a renewed energy
and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kan during those times of your opposition leader ka say na kuya wabate ka say rodorada nsɛm
we de minua we de minim sɛ question na ubisa no enye wunti na ubisa sa question no but it's for the masses asɛm a nkɔfo bebree na wɔn motifie no ebisa nti eno nti meyiwa no so bekaya even pokra efa galamse ko no omo ka say omo the pressure to nanado so say on declare state of emergency blah 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 yemisa say omo buy no mo declare state of emergency na we cry promise enye bibia it has no monetary consideration wo say na previously utimi year board it's me capture yen say yen declare state of emergency no ana sesi no betrans no uhu ne differently won was it say wo sum efidia ma yen say yen beto mu anase den ene o madapa na adadi sesi o mo capture yen say 24-hour economy 24-hour 3-shift system wan kasa wo wabi wan kasa wo be di anase omu di dwan aso sa sisi akwampo de unti wa sempo bi ho sisi akwa de asema omu kan omu ntam kese kra mo tese mo pese omu bebo din kra bi ho enti
would you say that's the case because they launched the blueprint of the 24-hour economy about a month or two ago
so
after that there
I will not even let you land
just I don't know my mainland
me see that blueprint
so at least we need to be very factual of course you may have your misgivings on the airport zone but the fact is that Oko port as we speak now 24 hours
oh Jesus port mama simple that's na wo kan sad e wo hodada enyo mo na de bae
really
ye bisa say and say sa no so there say police for no so run 24-hour economy
DVL 24 hours
wako ho no mo oh memo bin dada o minua memo bin dada
wako ho no wako say DVL there some of the service centers and run it 24 hours
otrofo say na dance ni wechi me see ene wo de opon a fa mo office one me ko say omo one ma me mako me see mako ho me see mako ho oh me see
that ben and now
me see dana omo ankasa be can say DVL
when was the last time I call
me see me ko ho kwampo no
the last time me kind of last time
I'm saying say about 3 weeks ago
about 3 weeks ago
and about 3 weeks ago
okay on it zenana
oh me see ubeko no unhu sebi aji se bia security for no ene bia mo ubetimi aka chem se bia security for no na running 24-hour economy there and that's fine but in terms of say omo yeduma there forget ena se si ye fidie so na wo no kasa me kan amanfo tie bia phone line say say enkoye say NDC for na ebe free edinto say bibisa wo and in fact you have your you have your reporters on the ground. They should go there and check. There's nothing like that going on. And besides, let's assume without admitting, was it DVL in Omokache and say Nkwambe running 24-hour economy and let's granted. Yeah, funny say sample. Was that the case? They told us 133. So we know that
the 133 to be led by the private sector.
Is that come on? Is that what they said in their campaign? Is that what they said?
So then you
are
have,
they now trying to run away from it?
You have to also look at the document as well.
Oh come on! I'm saying that all this thing is an afterthought, right? It's an afterthought. There's no way, even in their campaign, they never made mention of any private participation. All that they told that was yeah, omoye sa 8 hours we no moye no emboa is productivity debe nti sa your best start almost say your best start free aban juma like aban juma so they will start from there until now they are running away from it. So but they should be bold enough to tell us. I mean, we are reasonable people, right? You don't just come and throw things at us and after getting securing our thumb, then you come back and tell us different cock and bull stories. I mean, no one is ready to even, in fact, you yourself, ask yourself, when was the last time you even heard about this 24-hour economy? So, I mean, Ghanaians generally have been misled, okay? So there's that kind of, renewed energy, renewed confidence.
That's renewed energy within the NPP.
Of course.
Just because after 8 months, the feeling or the thinking of the NPP is that the NDC in government is actually failed woefully?
Not even after 8 months. It was after some few days after the election. You remember people lost, people that were, people got job, even through, employment it's not an event, it's a process, right?
Yeah.
The process started somewhere. But when they came, they say, hey, Tale, you will go home, blah, blah, blah. You were recruited after December 7th. Some of which were even recruited way back, even a year before. They were all sacked. So those people, they have also renewed their energy and want to punish this government. And so, I mean, NPP as a political party and even the members that felt that, they didn't get anything during our time or our tenure. The question is, under this government, have they gotten what they want? The answer is no. So then you have to then go back to where you come from. So that is what I'm saying, that there's renewed energy. And I believe that I have no shadow of doubt that His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the chosen one, will lead Ghana come 2028.
Chosen one by who?
Oh, he's chosen by God. He's ordained to perfect that which he has started. This digitization. Of course, they are reaping the benefits. Okay? They are reaping the benefits.
Your own party no more say. You know, can someday Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Sankopio because
so
you feel woefully.
So you see.
So that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Say ordained or chosen by God.
So I mean, for me, I don't want to even go to that tangent because really, I mean, I thought some of them would have learned lesson, okay? A bitter lesson, certain things which they are utterances, certain things that they said before, which our opponent used that against us. I thought they would have sat back and said, oh, Charlie, never where I'm into this time around. But it has always been said, if you miss the man, don't miss the ball. And this time around, we are very careful because some of us, we are well competent to also come and also insult them, but we wouldn't toe that line. Okay, we will make sure. And I will also urge. In fact, I will re-echo what His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said. I say me in fighting. The be amoso ya mudi meniesi monsono. Me nya wo opponent. Wo opponent no enye within. Your opponent is out there. So wunim kasa kona ko kasa echire Ghana for say aban na otis wo no onbo no ma. Rather than say bia udi selfish interest nti say wunim say wun win nti den yen say ade no emboa yenim a government ni emfunso bebre amaye amugusu ye. Why don't you talk about that? And in fact, you want to lead Ghana. You cannot even tell us what you want to do, but you are always on the attacking spree, attacking His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Of course, Mitiasese yese duduoni san diosun takrache. But I mean, never be on ma. You apply a little wisdom and yami diama in essay. Ade we a me yenu. Yese impenifo ne bu omo baby say. Owo we of one san why then. What shall we do? Nti ade a wo ye fa ne say nyame pengu a wo kasa say nti say wo be wini sisi a do you expect the person who didn't attempt who discrediting for no basis? No, we are obesa here the vote and remember say onusu kitadon. In fact, nipa bako krampo nipa bako say me ameti saying at least me sumi onko for omodome me onko for omo pemasem. Nti say oh ye me bibi na ehye me na me kase me teme ho a at least I will also draw certain votes from you. Nti Dr. Baumiano say ne oye very say ne campaign bi oye bia very very decorous. On use interpret language on attack you because when your opponent on campaign crampa or ye no or ye need to say dear or ye like or ye your friend is a flag bearer and because on him say definitely you win. So he doesn't need to insult his opponent to validate his position or like to say ni way. Nti mesre say MPP for moma yen jai ye hwatem didie no sade no emboayen it has cost us before yen fan kabum bra na me say hire me team me veteran I will not waste that precious time to be attacking my opponent or whoever and can me the be attack outsider obia say be way a home fight enye bibia say me call home into magufu gu abontin. Even though we are well capable of doing so, but we are also looking at the party interest. SS nipa we mi kogu nu fi wie ochene bi mesam be friend say ombra be kan hu say yenko campaign na. We should just try and refrain from those things. Near focus on amamu boni ya nkrofo ebuo ya te say you see our freedom of speech is heavily under siege under this government. And of course, I'm saying we will be delving into the discussion. But I'm just trying to let you know, say, Ghana, for Nankasa, who say, Amatom color TV, Akoto black and white. And of course, there's a lot of complacency on our part, say, oh, because Ghana for the Omodo MPP, and I yes, you take certain things for granted. I must admit, and we because say I admit it, sign mana. I don't know Ghana for no sube who say, oh, and they say na yes, we took certain things for granted, and we have also learned our lesson. And so going forward, we will also we'll also correct those mistakes, and then also come up strongly, and then also recapture the seat from this incompetent government. Now,
I always okay with me.
Okay.
I just had a conversation with a spokesperson, one of the spokespersons for Dr. Yaosei Aduchum, George Edwan Ponsa. Otrimu said, look, if the party fails to vote for Dr. Yaosei Aduchum, na omo to abano NPP amanyoko to abano dema ni pafufuru biano, the possibility of the NPP losing the 2028 general elections, high. To him, he says the party now needs Dr. Yaosei Aduchum. And I've had conversations with other spokespersons from the other camps apart from more Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They are all believing, say, look, there are no second chances this time around for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Your camp, how is your camp taking some of these jabs? Man for Edemamo saying, say, look, yeah, Mama Konya said Monkonkoye. But you failed to, and so there's no need for you to have any second chance.
You see, I mean, Oshe Nasema okay, yeah. I mean, it's on any insult, me boy. So, no, say untimi nkojina bibi nkokase umame enkwa nyede. Nti asema all Canada. Say ne way ne candidate no marketing me boy. Nti so kasa asem na it's well within his right to say so. But of course, in terms of say Ubia failure now, Ubim failure, I mean it's unfair to blame Dr. Bawumia for all this that like for the loss. We all know what happened. Of course, name be on ma na ne kan ding, but yebeka. Na ne kan ding, but yebeka because ye hwanu na Ghana for led by even major as at that time no say MPP na majority in parliament MPs omododo saying over 80 MPs a press conference say yi asumesi emfi position na kita no
it's not asumesi, it was an open secret. They said
no like yenyi
I
mean,
of course, they went to as far as the president used to go, and then inform the executive about
and this 88, they represent a constituency.
They represent respective constituencies.
You understand?
Yes. And they represent a constituency within a year, your delegate.
Not even within. Even like, because a constituency is just is a chemistry of the different political party. Because over one constituency here, your MPP wom, your NDC wom, your CPP wom, your PNC wom, your all other political party wom. But until the national say almost representing some groups of people, right? So if you look at it from that angle, now over 80 MPs are out. They didn't just come out to declare it on radio, sir, Anna, or TV. I'm very sure, say there was a bag like an indoor something. Maybe a mom say, "Oh my ya, and anything a mom bar out is on baby can." Then you know they see say Papa no former president Nanado. One year, one funny dear ama omo. Will you blame Baumia for that? Now we change February 2024 election year, February, and say we crowd was and command a higher position. Isn't it an insult to the what do you call it? Your electorate? How will you blame Dr. Baumia for that? And there are certain things that the government did, certain unpopular decisions, certain unpopular policies. We know this thing. How do you blame Dr. Baumia for that? And of course,
but I was part of the government.
No, but you see, even Nanado Hankasankasa Jitumu, or see the back stop at the president. The air course in or say, Mufa blame ni mami. Mina me course here. How then do you turn around to blame the vice president? That's unfair. What did he do?
But he takes credit.
He takes credit for things that he championed. And he takes credit for
the things that he championed. The back stopped at who?
The president. So in that case, of course, you can also that's also a valid point. But ono patche say adia miankasa ono the spearhead here. Ono no okoji okoya president ka so okay wo de ye kakra na ye che ne say o de nini so adi hu kakra na o de koto president nenim a president ne onya favor of president nenim a president nka say okay kona koye no eno no otimi discharges a responsibility no creditably nti ono otimi ta auto no ho say ono na ye sa dey way nti ade a onye no onka so na ye ana. There's a question. Ade onye no onji ntum say onye bibia enyo no na ye ana just for political expediency. Is that what you are saying? Certainly no. Nti mo omokasa o na de I mean collectively we also contributed in one way or the other if you want to take a collective responsibility. But we all know, say, there are certain people that has the key, that occupy certain position, that has the key or the final say on certain things. So, domestic debt restructuring hereby. Say, President Nankasa can say, oh, there will be no haircut. Meboa. Mm-hmm. President Nwanka.
Okay.
Good. At the end of the day, what happened?
President also mentioned that we will never go to the IMF.
What happened?
We went to the IMF.
So how do you blame the vice president? How do you blame him? So, I mean, it's just it's for political expediency, that's fine. Or political mischief, that's fine. But in terms of if you want to be fair to Dr. Baumia, there's no way you can attribute this loss solely at him or at his doorstep, say on in a year. On what ground? In any case,
so he in no way contributed to the defeat of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 election.
I'm saying, sir, you cannot solely attribute everything because definitely when him say
how many of the things and Yamano do I hear and I bet me I can say okay, we beat me at the subordinate the above.
Emudiana will bet me this subordinate.
No, I'm not the one to answer the question. I am not the one to answer the question. Because and after the elections, there was a committee that conducted an investigation into DNT Amudi into.
Yes.
And so
and I don't think the report pointed out say Dr. Baumia and a cause a defeat.
Of course,
I don't think it is.
You do not think.
All right, but cannot be.
That is your position.
No, but I'm saying that it cannot be.
You can only say it cannot be if you have had the opportunity to glance through.
I mean,
the document.
I mean, we have
seen when you're documenting.
I mean, we have seen snippets
glimpses of the document. But you cannot say that represents the entirety of the document.
And I am very certain. I'm very certain. Say, what would you say? You've also seen snippets of it.
But the fact that I have seen snippets of it's just like maybe you'll be research, no actual abstract. The abstract gives me a brief of what I am to expect in the entire research work. And so I cannot base on the abstract and say meaning whatever it is, methodology, the nuances of a kind of so an analysis, the kind of statistical approach or the end. I cannot say that. So, I may have a glimpse of it. So when you say you are saying with certainty. Say, any attribution will go to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Say, Suni Bambi or Dana, the name of your so what could have contributed.
So I'm
asking. I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Dr. Baumia is blameless, spotless. In fact, a fibia, a think can be any no. Obian one mobit miaka, and Utina. Your friend say NDC4 they try as much as possible so we deep think akrabetare but anything tam there's no way ebimu say your friend say Malik Basintale ekoka say o na also mosque Muslim ni na okoye dey so I mean these are peripheral issues and onu come podcast as me kra ne onu gina sorry dem kra two praises enti sa same way aye kan me can say I mean MPP like other contenders I mean you can sell your vision you cannot thrive on someone's you cannot dirty someone in order to thrive. No, we are sana then it means one kasano uni jidi mpo wo mu. And na uni enya nwanwa say obia yesi dodo ni sa takrache ana
dodo any sade oso
ade makan correct fine I feel this say me sense but the point in say I won say candidate nyina obia eya na omo pese omo throw omo to bomb bi elbow Baumia and I to say not to say he's a formidable candidate. Why not? I mean, your friend say Brian Champon, Dr. Baumia, your friend saying, or say ya odichum, any
engineer Cabinet Japan,
and Omunina
Kennedy Akompre
Japan. Obia, sorry, almost say Baumia. Let us say, one can say Dr. Baumia, he's a formidable force. I mean, you can go ahead and market yourself, but
that is your opinion. But I believe, sir, if you had to talk to any of them, Obia bewo the rationale or reason behind almost more and why it seems that you may think that they are attacking your favorite candidate, Dr. Mahmoud.
No, but isn't it the fact? I mean, say I didn't tell you to what Canada, Japan. What so say, and now Brian Champon, what so say, but we will be any and I to say Dr. Baumia. I mean, it tells you say, but what him say, meba. What you say, young me or rituals be I me. What mama see I didn't trust, Menchian, what mama see ni trust cry, what mama made the casa.
Over to me the channel every year. Over to me the channel, Barry. It says you no, and obviously people will be listening to you.
No, mami for more months, Ebiana, more year, na chese. Until first of all, no, they did kind. First of all, they did kind. Okay, so me fa and check say ma, Godfred Eyim. Do not have friend Nana Hinkan, a golden boy of a Kide constituency. A branch, young guy, a juma or bo no. Me assure say. That bia no kede phone e be reward no say on hwe no on co represent omo parliament na fe no so ama adobia piedu a ono so o ye ye fe no so o si o ma apiedu ba paper house omo ye papers omo the paper the ye to say career bag ni de keka on ti we made in check say e be ma no na fe no adwen kese John Bodu asisi an ye hwe nim se obaba be national chairman sisi John Bodu so efi hono as general secretary no oh that crew general secretary side no so ese me bawo the one so tibo no anka adwen kese na ewo hono anka ne me bebi hono kwampa anka na na do ye kwampa anka ontimi on man kwan but Justin Kodua from point ti hono better say small boy ti hono na na do kasa
but is it not I mean it's not fair for you to
no but I'm not
whether,
insulting no, but I'm just saying say now only say
small boy saying
na say only enti and asema BK so I'm not saying I'm not denigrating him in any way
but I mean no you are not
but what say if you are comparing to say John Bodu or better 2016
Nana. The point is this. Irrespective of the person's age, so nipa no competency to do the job. It doesn't matter the age.
Oh,
so from what you're saying,
only sa me person bobo side and can me so competent enough to
but for dini brevi and I mean call you halal.
Oh, ude mame kombra, it's ude mame kombra.
Happy 90 FM also good sweat in a pound that bang. Hola. Camille say, where you office? I don't know whether you want to touch on it. Your mom fiasem, but I think that you were making notes when he was making some of the comments.
I was taking note. You think I'm happy it's you for in area and your good self. Good you. And watch yourself called University of Ghana. You know, brofuni be you to honor me na honey fear. The school papa University of Ghana for you. I'm in this for you now, so did you need Dominic Abidjan Peso for Michaira, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, and Mame, Prof. Jane Nano Pokwajiman, Michamuina, Yamin Koswa Mom, non count the entire government, so they can deliver on the promises we've made to Ghanaians. Men can't be many of them able to be brave. But me, you can then we can go to the substantive issues. How was Baumia introduced to us?
The economic messiah.
Good. Iran another nekai.
Yeah.
Before he even became the running mate, he didn't even qualify because he was not a member of the MPP. Nanado Shema MPP for Mra. Our model party no brand. Yes, ni triasi. Say Beya Baumia will become running mate. All the reasons he gave. That he was an economic messiah. We are see economics now or no Baumia Jimnegu. Inti Baumia na no pe on po biebio, even though he wasn't qualified by the party man. Tia share my party secretary at the time. Esi manase. Emi ebe ye no running mate to Yera. Nanado. They lost 2 elections.
Yeah.
Good. Same message. And that should also be on record. Now, we are being told this economic messiah, some way, somehow metamorphosed into a digital, whatever it was. Not Nentia, I didn't buy. So I'm Nanado, Nagana economy 2016, baby, we were at 56% GDP. When they took over government in 2017. At a point, we're doing 102% debt to GDP. That is his record. Baumia record. No. You are telling us that this Baumia, Brehui, say, oh, Canina, and Shedanku is Abana Upia. Upianko. Because Nyentia didn't buy, I didn't 2 skills. We noticed that he had failed woefully, completely. How do you absolve the head of the economic, management team of all wrongdoings? He's a saint. He just dropped from heaven. The course MPP biana nya papa biana yemfanswa yentri na nso ayera nanado awko na homeji. Na pa omya de on de wanya poni bia, he didn't do anything. But for things he championed the year and the emfa na baso. Krobe so nye this asem we wo. Where on earth you sat here, and let me say this thing. He spoke about the state of emergency. Meboa.
Yeah.
And then from then I'll go to the manifesto issue about the 24-hour economy. quickly. At the time, the NDC was asking the MPP to do the state of emergency with regards to Galamsey, na aje na nado ni baumia MPP abai na aje. All their policies that they had outlined to fight Galamsey had failed and failed woefully. No more than the poto. And yet, say, baby, all your policies have failed you. So issue a state of emergency so you can have added resources. He was saying that state of emergency doesn't require any monetary aid. Who told you that? It is an extremely heavy aspect on the budget of every country to issue a state of emergency. Because I'm just correcting a few things. It means that you are going to have to now redirect certain resources budget to that particular fight because you have declared a state of emergency. It comes with huge monetary, but we advise to say, yeah, because baby, how the Galamsey in Namsisiano, Ajewunsem, Untimi Yahoshe. NDC Baba Emuno, what has happened today? 9 forest reserves. Anaira Nanado. One Abujina Pada Roma. Omoko Shemra, that LI. I am a man paying you crying. So, on my license, now for forest reserves. Uncle Bunya. And say quiet. And say you. So, I'm to fame a good year. We have reviewed that particular LI. And he had just had to mean if you're manpinism. That's the first thing the NDC did. As a result of that, today, there are no issuance of any such licenses to mine in the forest reserves again. Now, a new 1 week in Po. Minerals Commission paying, he has been reassigned me boy.
Yeah.
Because he was just issuing the licenses. I said the auditor.
He's been reassigned to the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry.
So that to mean as a result of that, 9 forest reserves are now incorporated to a system. Courtesy of licenses and what the more say inquire no. Government of Ghana today under Ira John Dramani Mahama. Yet the answer to Nina, so it is back to forest reserves and no mining is going on there right now. That is a clear difference between the NDC and the MPP when it came to Galamsey. He was talking about the 24-hour economy. Now let me read this to you. I prefer, to defer to the facts. 24-hour economy. Key sectors. This is the NDC manifesto, page 32. Key sectors of the 24-hour economy policy. It says the 24-hour economy will focus on selected public institutions with significant customer traffic, such as ports and harbors. See here, 24, customs, passport office, and also DVLA, and also the DVLA boss is on record. He himself has joined workers during this 24-hour economy. And I do the zoom. He has joined the people who are on that shift to go and work. What's the won't call ye? Waka kujina a gate no say we security. Oko hosa wako ABB concerning DVLA. Oko hosa wako ABB. It is happening and it's going on. And you know what? With the DVLA right now, they are opening a lot of agencies. It's directly my pressure now then. So even if they are running the 24 hours on Crown, there will just be a handful of people who will be doing it at night. Let me go on to the various areas, sectors I can. Agro processing, but underline this. The media can underline. Say, but I don't mistaken. The 24-hour economy will focus on selected public institutions. You try to do among kind. Namu din nam say NDC forces say yes he say I don't atwa wuri obia kan and na me kan ma wuyi select o da bi na botre troto ho me go kasa na me so metro selected public institutions with significant customer traffic. Na you say baby pressure wo no selected impo yan kan se ni na. You are talking about a friend is saying 133 or something. What's that supposed to mean? And yet 3 shifts. Into DVLA, customs, passport office is for in Omorani CCI. Omomokwana pana Omona. Yet 3 shifts no. So the NDC is delivering on promises. If you don't know, does not mean it doesn't exist. Defer to the fact Page 32, NDC manifesto. Download this here. So that you not go and be making these mistakes. And these are the sectors. Very simple. Agro-processing, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, construction, financial services, extractive industries, sanitation and waste management, hospitality industry, retail centers, transportation services, health services, security services. And my boss, we have launched the program, the policy document, everything is ready. We have launched it. The core ones that my boss, DVL, the customs, others are also joining the fold. And we are all talking about this thing in less than a year of a 4-term that we have been given. Less than a year. And so get this and get this right. More internal politics need here. As for whoever is coming here, I think the NDC is properly pleased to face them. But with regards to Baobiana trying to whitewash, me, someone the Baobiana me Nanka 38%. Yeah, not 38%. You bet you more money too, or the 19% in the fee, and he will retire finally from politics. And I'll tell you why. In his own party, the reason they don't trust him is because of why he was brought. But economy, my Oba energy will say, you say now your paper, Juman now you're pure academic. Also, watch a dollar. They are show botomos, they are common IG plus one lock. At the chin, dollar if you use him. If it's a brand tip about Yanka with dollar again. Your boy economy, so now I cover digitalization and all those kind of things. And let me put it on record. July 2011 was when the first, card, IFS generation, identification card, was issued. You can check it. 2011 was when we issued the first national ID card, first generation. That time we were doing, I think, 4 fingers, iris, and a few things for the biometrics and all that. Mobile and the facial account. Mupa paying mono na NIA office and they were holding down. The current CEO we have now. Before then, the July the now issue, and I think it was Haji. He was in charge at the time. So let's put it on record. That Baumia know next to nothing about national ID. I didn't never heard that or betul. And most of the Baumia na easy for command warning. Okay. When they were rolling out their cashless, directing people to now use the app, and all those things for the cashless transactions. Baumia didn't know for real. I'll fans. An idea.
I just want
July 2011. Check.
July 2011.
Yes, was when the first ID card, first generation ID card, national ID card was issued. Check.
2011.
2011. July. My book.
NIA no. And I'm say NIA no. Yeah, establishing it was established under Kufuor time.
Jai, okay, can Kufuor time na about me. You are trying to give Baumia credit for something he has not done. You are trying to give credit to Baumia for something he has not done. And I am telling you, Okoye or ECG for man warning. Say on fan home before it because that initiative to go cashless and use the app had started before you people even came to government. It was in 2015. No coaching home fans. And ECG for man warning. Several other digital platforms are rolling out. Why? MPP for my were you not able to use Google Map to find your way wherever you were going? Could you?
Oh, several times. Several times.
So what is this whole thing about Baumia buying and how do you cry and someone and Jack, where are you?
Yeah, Ghana Post GPS.
Yes. In someone people will be answering questions for it. And so don't come and sit here and try to use things to whitewash. I listened to him today. And all the things he was mentioning, he had next to virtually no idea. How can you champion something that existed before you came to government? How? How is that possible? That you are the champion of digitalization. Whereas all these things were rolling out. My first study at the tertiary level was in IT. It is more of a dynamic thing. New things are coming. The national ID card we have today, possibly in the next 2 or 3 years, we may be able to even add more features to it. True or false?
Yeah.
So this whole thing about Baumia buying and digitalization, yes, the facts don't even bear him out. That is the whole thing. Hanatete, e-passport, before we left office. All these things are on record. The man has come and he has failed woefully. Economy, he has failed woefully. 2 years to elections, you know, economy so about you will not find him. No, for a communication ministry or this will be called a doing outdooring of any new app. No, I coach them. Yes, about digitalization. We are not going to give you that chance. Even in your own party, you will struggle. Said you will struggle to defend him or to whitewash him. But me, on no me. As
an NDC member.
38, no, you bet
as an NDC member.
Or the 19% in the book of you.
And there's the MPP.
Dr. Educhum. 50 million past questions. On what I'm
Canada, Japan.
Mammy Educhum. Marset, I turn to football cheap work room. Look at the procurement he did. Has he finished answering all those questions? On a modern bay. But yeah, educational sector, secondary schools in California, is it the one you're also bringing? Who again? Why be
Brian Champ.
Brian Champ. Say they are not pay at all status as in Namibia by force. I'm saying I was on some uncle for refi. Be fingered to have led that operation at Ayawaso. I didn't for them. Thugs were used in uniform. I got taking Crawford. Your bone Crawford name with you. Or no, so I'm a neighbor, Brian Champon. Why be you?
Kennedy. I
like it. I like Ken for one reason. You know why? Amongst all of them, he's the most honest. Onone Kwabna Japan. As for Kwabna, I love him so much. But you know why he will never become their presidential candidate? Because of the party MPP.
And you're buying this movie.
Or
buying this movie to me a presidential candidate.
Oh, we have NDC one. We have a structure that grooms anybody into who is going to be the next leaders. Opa, for any two from the radio. Since Rollins, Abe Permanent. Such structure no. And I can tell you for free. You mentioned some of the names right now. You and all those kind of things. You mentioned some of the names to me. Haru is there.
Yeah.
One of the most seasoned politicians in the country today, Haruna. You can't go beyond him. How many times in parliament? I think he's in his fifth term. Meboa.
Yes.
He served in several ministries, several capacities. He's been minority and majority leader before.
Yeah.
So politically, when it comes to the political landscape of Ghana, Haru is one of the most experienced people you will ever get anywhere. Eriko Poku. You've heard so much about him. One of the most outstanding politicians we also have in this country, who is a hands-on man. Hands-on. Eriko Poku is your guy. You mentioned JD.
Yeah.
Julius Debra.
Yeah.
Do I even need to speak any further? Do I need to speak any further about Julius Debra? Current chief of staff, Meboa. And in governing, in the executive, who is president, who is vice, the next in line in the executive is the chief of staff. So these are people who have gone through the mill. They have shown prowess. And you want to compare people who are having procurement issues like Educhum. But you shouldn't even talk about him at all. We will need a whole day to talk about how he managed to hold the MPP by the neck and drag them to opposition. Opposition, Baumia is chief of it. Or didn't say in a book. So no is the head of Debbie Nyabotre. Or no is the head of time I'm
almost 30 minutes.
Master, she didn't see a cry. Debbie, she didn't see a cry.
I say 10 minutes now.
Or didn't say in a book. So no was the head of the economic management team. Look at what they churned out. What was the status of Ghana before they were leaving? Junk. Our economy was ranked junk. Baller. Junk said it's a baller. Baller status. That is what they left Ghana. And about Nyadano. We had become credit unworthy. Now you say, ya did the come and intimate into no biam peso behind no akoboy busi yampo. True or false? What a nedano. Yabaumia. DDP because it was because our economy was junk and we were not credit worthy. To be a person of boy besia. Ya jeyako G pension. Ya mama no ni papa no mo. O makoma hu jim o musika kakra o mababo no. Aban ana ba omia ye economic management team leader. Akoko G has a scan fi omo ho. Pensioner bonds. Ontu a so ntimi ntua. That is the legacy Baumia left. Serious haircuts. A man crofo shrisika ewo krom ha, Ghana krom ha. Sunu ye ma. Pensioners in our account. Me pacho. But these are facts. Was government not owing pensioner bondholders? Minia Kojo.
It was government.
Omutia.
No, some of the coupons. I think the finance minister mentioned some of the coupons. I think it was about 9 billion.
So that's the legacy they left us. So nobody can come and sit here and try to whitewash Baumia. We know his record. Junk status of an economy.
We've gone through the mobile. We've gone through the austerity measures.
Because yesterday the MPP had a press conference. Mose mahunu the akoso ablekuma north. Mose, there is an attempt by the National Democratic Congress said they will cause mayhem. The claim by Richard Ehiagba, who is the director of communication of the New Patriotic Party, say a year ora jakpa. Our war, a year national security. And they know the war and say Momo Kofa and phobia or your tax. And they are going to brand them as military officers to cause mayhem ewo akwetia. Mose, Mo Katra post for say they should act swiftly. If they fail, you take matters into your own hands and protect yourselves. We'll return from the break.
Oh, breaky. He mentioned about the sacking of some people when we came to government.
Yeah.
The NDC before assuming office, you can say during the I think the transition period, I can say any expenditure, anything concerning expenditure should be halted, including CFA and all those kind of things. Now you park a public accounts committee for meeting.
Yeah.
Obiko resist some teachers for some time now.
Yes, in
Do you know what the response of the GES boss was? Remember his response? They never employed any such people. They said, they were just pushing human beings in there. Come on. Party for no Ghana so ya the budget and the boy hobra.
Of course.
Ya share sika samoso. And you define crop for Juma. Nana Mami Kasa.
Nana Maningi, Holali, 1 minute. No,
yes, just a minute, then I'll end. You share your budget so. And you define crop for Juma. Because in Peso Bako, Juma, Busun Beso, anything. Into Mako, yes, I did at home. Nearby, and you said there be. Wow, if he may we, a copy may we. Now, on can clearance, oh dear. Could not take a answer. Indeed, some of those people have been reinstated. Are you aware of it?
Yeah.
You are aware of it?
Yeah.
So the government is seeking to do the right thing. Not to vilify anybody or to make anybody go into a human baby, sir. A Jumana Moya Poto, Namus and Pegumu by heart, no. And Ramma who crying. Yenny Abba, any no crying, I am running then. SCS, any Yanasa, and Timunin Tum, Mamu got number Bianca, we've just sacked people home like that. Yanasa. Some of those people have been reinstated, and that's a matter of fact.
All right, Holali. We go to a year. Ablekuma North and Semenra, the NPP's press conference. I have a conversation around that. Yebeko Akwetia, Akwetia, the NPP is alleging, said the NDC is plotting to cause mayhem during the conduct of the by-elections. Yebeko so 2nd of September 2024. And you be doing come Ojumadi is when returned from the short break. Train,
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054 383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say think funding before projects.
Everywhere you go, big goal for the friends and the family. Big goal, big refreshing moment. Big goal for the kids and the adults. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big goal everywhere the party day. Big goal we go mash up the place with the big goal. Greatest in every battle. Big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal, big goal. Big refreshing moments.
Big ol' drink. Big refreshing moment.
Another quality product from Chilium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa, nanso wusike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika, na udwumadi a wudie, won mo a wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo e wo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betumi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Why nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Freyen. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, Freyen, short and long film, Freyen. Yetete phone humanie 0242 755 323 ana 0302 254 858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment.
Media sam denenam. Wupe kwan kroji a wubetumi ama ne nneoma free krofoforo so aba Ghana. Se nampo so full container load ana group page. Wupe ni Wiemshine Express, Metre Air Cargo ana Express. Enye wuni Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited Antonchia. Omo over 15 years experience with global shipping and logistics. Omo futupa ebe buam wadume tumpon. Omo buonso de eda from boko. Ewo Golden Stone Logistics. Omo kura wo nyoma yema o. Onu afre 0502 609 222. Anase 0208 126 777. Na omo mwama waduma nkwenim. Golden Stone Logistics Company Limited. Delivering growth, securing trust.
Kaseɛbɔ benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pɛ.
5:22. Happy 98.9 FM no so so tene pa wa da benjumadie na ye de ebro no na akuamo aboaten ekasa ema the New Patriotic Party Holali Agmamava ekasa ema the National Democratic Congress yanko ye ablikuma yanko police in sense mo de 8 people have been convicted. Na NPP say, well, they've heard it. Oma today, name they feel say, police will bet me at the ejuma kese etinadi because they believe say the evidence is with the Ghana police officer animu ya obi biara animu biara no they could have apprehended and no more prosecute no ama said the mra was said any day no any penalty. And based on that they are saying say one more atiti e wa kwatia say nsem bi koswa ahwa na NDC4 and that is what they are claiming. Say NDC4 empese one more efa kwan bi so dia hunahuna ekọ abato a ebena de di animu no bekọ akoto ewo akwatia empeswa no esuo no mu no. And so they are calling on the security agency say ahobambo no was emu eyedene ewo akwatia ente saa dia wo mo abefa ahobambo ho nsem no de esi on sere so na on abo ho ban when they know and as when they realize say the security agencies no are not protecting NPP ma ewo akwatia mame ensha se fanfin na ho na mo na mo kan nyam na me kan mo press conference ndra mo editu dwansem ni bia mo kan no.
Okay, but that's KSD. I'm say before then, my rebata, much more rebata. Me make a comment. We say digitization, and Dr. Baumian de buy, into blah 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 blah. Want me and can as some want me in Casanso on the buy into, but you be say. For to say free SHS one, free SHS say northern part of Ghana, say meboa.
Yeah.
But Nana Dubai, Nanado said no. Oba obeying to or the free SHS beba or the free SHS beba any de kika your buy no so you hu. It is a okasi and on the digitalization buy na. One thing I want you to know and say bano say ye friend saying o share ye mobile money interoperability na wo ana enu it wasn't there. It was Baumia and the buy. Now your friend is saying say bank to yes that's the mobile money interoperability to say wutimi yi sika free wo bank account mu e de to o momo so any the account and na unim say first no kwampo untimi send ukita MTN na untimi send sika enfan to Tigo so unim sa but this year possible nti for the fact say ono on originate bibi but never be no introduce you no it is working say akra no like it untimi nka say enyo no I mean send me cite example say free SHS say wo ho in fact we share your constitution campaign na wo dada but Nanado championed it nti ye kan Baumia so on a champion is digital ne digitization sa enyo no campaign ka sa how many times you put na what is digitization ni dey account ye bisa et say on say in fact we share Nanado any Baumia ye ba ne omu company e shepu sa ye friend say ye campaign form aka first no ka atemdidie say we toma we sa but ye dey ba ye the issue based ye ba the best sanitize our system no first no ye na ka atemdidie say ye be hro we hro ne nyonku we so hro ne nyonku but we mu ba no body sa kind of ye friend say campaign to assume campaign na issue based nti untimi nka say na mind you sa LI 2462 ye rajon mama okase oba obe revoke o okan ye say obe revoke but ene almost ene o maya na ye bisa o maye omunye now okase sa 24-hour economy moka me say enye adwuma sa airport no e wo hodada neme e wo dada no o meka say o ye buy ni ye say
that you can clear your goods at as late as 2 a.m.
me say e wo hodada
3 a.m. 12 a.m.
me say e wo
hodada.
hodada
You had custom officers at post Omudi Juma throughout the entire period.
Me say sa 7 me say enye new me say
enye new
me say and America no.
So the testimonies that some of the importers are giving, no.
What testimony? Everyone. Testimony.
Okay, so let me give you this one is obviously
please,
a personal experience.
Please.
We call a year Aboso kind last month for Happy on Wheels. we had conversations with her. One more crane my spare parts free. I'm on any ever. And some of them explicitly said, say to me, the free. The port at any point in time and so they are not paying demurrage. And America. I am not the one saying it. I'm not. We've had the Exporters and Importers Association, some of them top officials, saying that, well, they are in tune with whatever it is that is going on at the port. Because and they know a bomb at every single point in time.
No, last day.
Nana, me say, Nana, you are not getting me. I am not the one saying it.
No. I'm not blaming you.
Just
I'm not
amplifying
you.
what they have
it. That's
said.
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm doing.
Probably.
You are not listening.
Oh,
that's why you are repeating what you are saying.
No, I'm saying, say, did they tell you, that another time when we implement it, 24-hour
But happy on wheels, okay.
Last month. That's
last month.
July.
But last month, last year, meboa.
Last month.
And American, me see Saturday a water that. Yeah, soon. Yeah, me see no man about me a castle person or in fact, say your friend say your port in the cassie. Ye bema a port duty say a port no. If not say yet the any less than the Togo for air charge and nasi a bay equal to the Togo for air charge. Send a bay directed traffic. So almost some castle almost baby. They say even crampos are coffee levy in crampo yeah on better so I'm like I'm for Jedifone a coma him on crampo umetimaya. Is it the artificial foreign exchange your friends artificial exchange rate no use nana? They say your mama exchange rate to ho. Your mama exchange rate to and abochi for their so you bisa say abochi for any mama then what to me.
But are you implying by this argument say Ebrana NPP wa bamuno? We never had anything like Abuchi exchange rate and a BOG exchange rate.
But your NPP abamuno was to see.
No, I am asking you a simple question. Are you by this argument implying say Ebrana NPP among your no? There was nothing like a BOG and interbank exchange rate. Any rate at Oko black market on Sabeka.
You see. Enutina, Usha.
Oh, this. Here just a monosyllabic response. Yes or no?
The answer. The answer is not that yes or no. But the point is, okay, I will say no.
Nana, how is the answer?
Okay, no.
Yes or no?
No, there isn't.
No, there wasn't anything like a interbank.
Abochi for her, but Omudieno.
Now you're done.
Who compare Omu rate to Bank of Ghana rate now? Bank of Ghana.
Nana, that's not true.
Oh, bro. SN rate.
Nana, I changed dollars a couple of times.
Dabe.
At banks and at black market. Several times.
So, see, I am more my for say you say 10 CD no. Oko awunye biana.
Oh, and as we speak now, just like you are saying, Okana Sisiano, Oko interbanka, there are challenges. Oko eye abochia, ubenya sikanibi, but at a higher rate as compared to the BOG edebetuono. And it is clear, it's a challenge that has been there.
It's good.
So it shouldn't be as if Abia, Abembia, Penso, and Eba, the two political parties, you have failed woefully to deal with it.
But I am telling you, in all authority, say, under MPP regime, no, traders aren't complaining, say, any $1 na, yeko banks, $1 ni binto. Say, see, currently, as we speak to you, traders for per dollars, you can munyebi. Because of Sabio, mama rate, no, the better, baby, 10 CD, dollar near 10 CD. In reality, anyone more. Until say I just say about you on my cotton 13 CDs. Ye can crumble for all you know. When me say no I don't have that fact. But probably it may also be say banks and kasakra na di scanner ma abochi for no because abochi for no omkonye says scan po wen.
That's another
Because a business
that's another matter for
yes. So a business no more
conversation some other.
It is what my banks 10 cedi. I onim say or the far abochi line na obetimi anya bi aka ho a wo bank one ma empty
I do not want us to digress. Yes, I'm Brian someone na ye can
so
because a critical say momo na mo ye press conference and na ye ni no ho nkomo because who here akabeye ennan na se nenum ne ye kwa akoto aba wa akwatia mo se de ekoso no mo de mani hwa asigidi amowo e wa hobambo mu e wa akwatia no ensi pisa enti ahwe amam befa eye hobambo ho nsem e de atom nsem and protect mo members.
Well, for me, honestly speaking, Sena this year currently there is this year make Kasakra misru. Said the next thing is say who want money about chill.
Said then what can they?
Hey, this year same way koka sisi na police for no ebe hu ebe ba chill.
Dear Sam na okan ebe ba chill.
The point I'm raising is say ye call your friend say Ablikmanov election rerun. We saw what happened.
My anchor microphone no mama.
We saw what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We saw faces of people. So I mean, you see, let's be fair. Yenye fair. Ma yan hu. Yen du nukre ma yan hu. Obi ko making harmless statement. Mo police for. Mo timi arrest nipa na. As if say nipa ni hardened criminal be. Publishing the pictures editor.
What do you mean by a harmless statement?
Oh, come on. You see, I am saying say I'm not for making certain comments here. You say they treat you to some hardened criminals, right? But obi or no kasa mo na mo kan police for na kasa the people almost say omo yeden the omuji foso don to right. They accepted. I think there's that legal word.
Pleaded guilty.
They pleaded guilty, right? So meaning that they accepted that they did whatever they did, right? Now, so what maybe that question? Maybe me no can say. Me I don't believe in this statement. Say you're convicting Crawford. Me I don't believe it.
You do not believe.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit.
Sir, people have been convicted.
I am saying that I don't believe it.
For the crimes they committed at Ablikuma North.
Please. Please. Why? Are we joking? Are we joking?
Nana onyini.
Oh boy. Please stop it. Are we joking? Dabe court ben edinu koya say ye nya omo pictures. Ye journalists ben ye nya unkophobia me. Hey. I mean I don't believe it. Ye chi obi sisi ano quickly. Na oma police for ne ya twa nipa no e bia oma ya de an say bia sometimes on be blur face na say on be try say on be ye face in kakra unhu nenimie. I've forgotten that word.
Blur.
Yeah, blur, but me part say omo ya chi omo ni nyina no anye bia wo hu omo pictures mpo. Aka is that and I say enkophobia on my treat omo differently. Me aminua say Obama ya chin ono social media on fan the picture mpuntu on fan the picture to social media or the two okrampa mo so or the kata nanim. But ya chin no call we no you try the picture or that ena omo ye betu bi echiwa ni twa picture e da betu no ti sankofo we na already no there's a video as circulating bibia omo bunkofo say a wan hu omo na yesi police for achi omo e di omo court ama yesi omo plead guilty ye di omo court o bien journalist bien hu omo we dey say want man to omo picture mpo omo chimpo. I mean, what are we joking? Ye nim say court bibia court bia obeko bia journalist 41 obien hu omo there an adjuman asem no. So me, I don't believe in that. But granted it is so. Granted it is so. Yebisa say the men we saw in the picture, if the videos are circulating, and we 8 nipe. And now it is because election, akwetia by election to person ye bibi just to kind of and put to some kind of confidence be in the like the opposition MPP for nya confidence be or police in mu say betimi a handle sa asem no. Me, it is up to them. Now, we all saw what happened. To going forward now, what is it? Say yes, say back to question now be say yes say MPP for air allege say omo the nkofo NDC for the nkofo be call they will be clothed in military
gear.
Good.
Yeah, military apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said here, I do not have I can't speak to something which I have no knowledge of. So for that one, me, I don't want to even talk about it as to whether it is true or false. But the point is, the police made us understood that they are in charge and that they'll be deploying about 5,000 men on the ground. They will not need any assistance from the other security agencies. However, when it becomes necessary, the IGP will call the CDS direct, say, any BBC. Now, there's nothing like that. But, Mesu Enra, I was listening to one of your sister stations, Mokasi. They have seen military presence there. Almost MPP for now, according to me, the Meti or radio, almost military for now. And almost almost by Galamsey operation. Kaka cry be koto abano, o be Galamsey operation. Da be na o start and almost mo frɛ CDS no bisa no. Or say no. Or mo ni hu idea be on deploy bia sa. So this raises question. Okay? And these questions are also legitimate, right? Because of what we have seen. And yesterday I heard Mustafa Gbande also saying say now, soldier for na say na yan yusu men in uniform. Your friend is saying I was West Wogon by election. That's the question, Obisa. This Deputy General Secretary, Obisa question. Then it means that there's no smoke without fire, isn't it? So that gives credence to the fact that there's something fishy going on because the IGP made us understood in clear terms. I say, omuna in charge of the election security task force.
But has the IGP come out to say otherwise?
No, but say, and I make us say, me and I meet radio. No, that's what they said. They yebisa or say no, or no. Then they only say, your friend is saying it is the police, and of course. MPP Nino so G2 say yes, they've deployed. There are some men already on the ground, okay, and in fact they've mounted roadblocks in the account. More snap checks in the account. Yes, that one they confirmed that. But point now, Mustafa Gbande making say, and military for Baoduma, your friend say you new men in uniform, and also no, let's just say IGP didn't know can yes for some of us we believe in what he sometimes it be your friend say Ablikmanov by election rerun it be underrated like certain things didn't go well fine well nipa what transfer who say no it be we corrected mistakes so we just give him the benefit of the doubt but then say issue Asamba say there are some military men on the ground IGP Nankasa Kasi you are not bringing in any military. Now all of a sudden they be one now you bisa no or see or on small. In fact, you bisa CDS no say on small moya. It's cause for worry. And I think this way from marketing it makes sense. They will also listen to the MPP side. Maybe one more 2 years, no more than 2 years, just to avert any situation be any pleasant, just to avert it. Because I don't think to me the way name see kono so be madam hoso also down hoso then be see and ubehu say asumdwe na beba because me so madam hoso also down hoso say obia also say me ubekwakoye BBC na obia koye BBC nti sa no na the police no say omo in charge they said Oma deploy men 5,000. I mean, they should be able to.
But that's what the police is saying.
So they should
internal
be able
security is for the
exactly. So they should. I mean, from that logic, they should be able to handle.
But you seem to be disbelieving the fact that the police will be able to ensure say the elections are equal.
You see,
will be free, fair, and transparent.
You see, that is what I'm saying, sir.
And without any incident.
From what we saw from the Ablikman North rerun, possibly it could be say IGP not transfer who say, oh okay, Nema say Uncle Ye. So we'll still have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay.
All
But
right.
then they should also they shouldn't discount your friend say the concerns na your friend say MPP no so raise say be say ye ka say your friend say soldier for about grounds yeah expecting military presence there what are they there for?
Okay. All right. Nana, there is a story here. And if you go to happyonline.com, the story is there that the Ghana Police Service has announced that it will deploy a Black Maria, a mobile prison during the upcoming Akwatia by-election to detain anyone who tries to disturb the electoral process. IGP Christian Yohonu says that the High Risk Operation Training Center or Eastern Region, where he announced that individuals who engage in any form of violence or disruption will be swiftly arrested and processed for prosecution. So he is telling Ghanaians that they are fully ready to ensure say Akwatiano is free, fair, transparent, and incident-free. But the MPP believes that from what is going on and from what they are also intelligence that they are picking from the ground, and now they are of course, they are saying that they are going to take it's police, but the police has not come out to say any other thing. Otherwise, Mame pick it time. Mame pick the thoughts of Holali Yanko.
Let me just move these things out. In 2016, Bank of Ghana had given a contract for the interoperability. But I'm repeating it. Manka 2017. 2016, Anna in this Bank of Ghana. And you'll be called contract. Oh, Mr. Mobile Ben, I'm say the way I hear the contract, na many panel. Say all babe year operationalization and now all nyan in fast with him crack. Then we completely take over and all those kind of things. Momo penisa. So you went another route to give the contract to somebody else to do. So let's put it on record. That interoperability is not Baumier's vision or anything. He didn't champion any such thing. Or Betoye, all he did was to change the contract and give it to somebody else. That's on record.
But then if you're talking about the premises and as the genesis of a year digitalization, then we may have to go back as far as 2003.
I'm not talking about digitalization. No. I spoke specifically about
which is
interoperability.
Which is part
which was started in 20. So it has nothing to do about me. Let's be clear on that. I didn't know mobile no say acquire fast no. Oh, Charlie.
Only from Mamuna one from.
Thank you. But you know it is a bit unruly, you know. My boss preoccupation I'm ready fee. Here as a fee. Communication on you na your boss no. Channel pa near Dr. Callistus. I'm paying for you na. Jadin Smith channel pa. Look, this work with your thing. When him the idea I am Shishenaba, the Black Maria. And then IGP, yes, a press conference na IPP for Yamushia Musik. When him the India, a black man won't be good to trust him more. I sure. You are aware. 8 people have been arrested. I'm saying who pictures CBI into the and convicted. Who pictures into the Omote Black Maria na no Yamushia say because I am people for could do to trust them more black man. Some of them will be going to Akutia. We know their faces. One thing a Black Maria no alcohol. Yaso mumu say nobody will go and misbehave during any election and go scot-free. Look, every party has in Shisha for elections. There are internal, security measures and all that. Your phobia, Yashada attitude most of them are even party executives who are given accreditation. Say, mon conquer vigilant, during the polls. Say, abatono, ebeko 14. Because we know we are going to win Akwetia. Just like we knew we were going to win Ablekuma was 19 polling stations. Everything was smooth. Until someone decided to enter a polling station with a weapon. Pepper spray is a weapon. I will be to call polling station back home, and they are sending na ekobaye. See, police family and look, we must be able to distinguish these things very clearly. The IGP is not in charge of national security. The IGP is the head of the police service. CDS, defense on the wall. But we have national security, which is an entire structure for intelligence and enforcement that combines all our services, our security services. So IGP has told you, say, he has put enough men on the ground for Akwetia who have gone through training. Ready. He believes they'll be able to take care of the job. Black Maria can't. To trust him. He believes he's on the grounds and he can take care of his job. You are here saying that I don't know, Ghana, we started running the country with MPP for their feelings, their emotions. Say NDC for the soldier Tadiasha Nkrofubi, and all those kind of things. And he found you can say before a by-election is run anywhere, no other security agency can go and do their work there. I saw your operations regarding Galamsey. What has that got to do with the by-election? Or everything about security should stop in Akwetia just because we are going for a by-election. So that's where can Akwetia is a mining area. Anybody who has studied, the terrain of Akwetia very well, you know that weapons will hop because of the mining going on there. Now we are near Nkrophobia, you retrieve 10 weapons from them. Yeah. So going into such a place, you think that the police service or national security should just work with your friend is saying, Adriana Mokrano, Baton. And no normal fan call Akwetia. 98.9. And you tell say enough police air call. But if there is a need for reinforcement, now we'll see your friend in a soldier for so a bedding, we'll bring them in. Yeah. Esan say, I was so west. Some mine tete munti, tata mo tete munti no. Any a dream fear one more dream munti no. I am said ye see I was no. E bia ne besi Akwetia. Nti mo da mo na. To trust him mo di wo I was so west. And some mine tata mo no. I am say you are going to experience the same thing at Akwetia. Nti mo da mo na. Ano pe bia mo sorry ahyanba ne nkrofo yi se omusi mu ni na NDC soldier for because that NDC command the military. NDC you command the police. They are institutions on their own and they are prepared to go and do their job as required by the law in Akwetia, and they have given us assurances. I mean, I have taken that assurance. So as an NDC member, if I even get the opportunity to go to Akwetia, accredited to go and observe or to be a polling agent, because police will obey them. Because it's a weapon. Why I bet you so cross Anyamanu, you bet you Black Maria or now I could do your power at Waban crying. They will deal with you very, very well. So Ayawa so West Wagon is not going to happen in Akwetia. I know someone and that's what they are doing. You are being chased by your own shadows. Because it to trust him mudi wa ya waso. Pray prank for bon for naimuchu. Somebody's whole leg is shattered from his knees because of what you did. A sitting member of parliament was slapped in the face. They didn't hear any video. So report number and assembly kind. What did the white paper say? One now so and then an MP and the court a national security ni and not born in this man. Nothing has been done to any of them. I'm from Hoodie. I know who someone in the Tata. 98.9. Samopa, come with whatever you think will be able to help you secure yourself. And this is for the AG, police for Etumpa, Yomudinso. Some Casson Bay Jumombe, Yehu war as in North, Meboa. Smooth election. Ablekuma, just one polling station will be quiet, a pepper spray, and a coffee mobile. But for that, it would have been a very, very peaceful, election. Yeah, Akwetia will be peaceful. Nothing will happen in Akwetia. Police for Bayo Juma, Black Maria Bayi Juma. If there is a need for reinforcement, as I was here, a soldier for from the MPP is not in charge of national security. They cannot determine for us how to run this country and the security of the country. No better. There's a reason we have a national security architecture. MPP for net say. If they have intelligence, say it's a mining area, so there are a lot of weapons there. They need to prepare and go there well, and that's exactly what they are doing. If there's a need for reinforcement, they will bring it. You go and meet men.
Obekobi.
Me bonfire say Richard Anyaba na bedi omo.
Obekobi.
Security for any. O menya mekopa.
Nana. Obekobi.
Menya meko.
Me sure.
You know, I live close, to a lawyer.
Okay.
And he's going to win the election. He's a very fine gentleman. I think campaign also on the ground. Party for Edru Hornum, Ejuma was here bia no ye campaign boko in new biatem. We are seeking to, annex that seat. Say beya Akwetia Fonso benya opportunity. Anye Juma.
You're confident of winning?
Say again?
Confident of winning.
Oh, lawyer is winning. I'm telling you. And I'm making. And lawyer is winning so that Akwetia will have the opportunity that every constituency is having in this country right now. He's a very fine gentleman. I'm telling you, very capable of the work. I mean, he's on the grounds right now. The base also seems to be, rallying around him and all that. Yeah, campaign, devoid of a. We are not, Sebio, taking advantage of anybody's demise. You fan to more. You post associate the sympathy vote and debi. Politics is beyond that. Nipan the obit how that person is going to represent you well in parliament. And lawyer is doing that in his campaign. Or Akwetia for say me ba say and me yamamo. And he's going to win hands down. I'm convinced about it. Security beye juma, Black Maria beye juma, ubia bedin huni. Oh, now yes,
Black Maria no.
Enter me bosses.
Black Maria beye juma.
Why we finish up so go to trust them Akwetia no. You ho pa siesie ho na ko.
Ejuma
Ube shiam
Black Maria na ebi kwampo ye hwemu kwampo omokwa na be kwakogum. Omokwa na be kwakogum. Because MPP no obi anim say yenye
police for any juma. Ebia ni say Ablekumeyi. CSC a committee nipa 8. Meboa. Nyabotre.
Oh, you
have to make us about 30 minutes. Make us 10 minutes. But now, what I say, having they convicted 10 people in Ablekuma North, Meboa. Having they 8.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 people. Do you know their colors? Why NDC 4 and MP before?
No. See, so that statement.
Nyabotre. You see, there is an issue. Say unim be being stressed at the niho. Say ya convict you be. And stress I am convicted Nipano. Police for Nababe can say we have convicted 8 people. If you have doubts, write to the police. In fact, go to the police headquarters. Follow the case. I am daring you and your MPP people. And go and check whether it is true that they've convicted them or not. Scientists come back and come and tell us. But prepare very well and come to Akwetia.
Oh, me Akwetia ni de me
say you will meet men there.
MPP
backup from all the security.
We are not that kind of. We are not violent party. In fact, you're right, John Mahama. Ono akasa aji atumu say omo in terms of violence, omo no ye di twa omo nsuma. Oh, into MPP ni there. You say yes.
I'm fan of Mahama Kaza.
Oh.
I'd say the violence they try.
Me assure we media.
No, these are your words. Say the violence.
Okasi.
Is that what he said?
Oh, Okasi.
Revolutionary. Spirit ni di. Se eno nanka ye.
Someone could be
enka ye NDC e will be chine.
revolution and violence.
Revolution and violence are not the same.
Revolution
and violence are not the
same. One more can say, Mahamasu. And then you know when you say Chisign,
the person says MPP. There's no way say Yebeka koye treaty assembly.
Okay.
NC.
All right.
Now, finally,
Nana, 30 seconds.
Yes, so just to let you know, say, is this police for the party say they've changed their modus operandi when it comes to an arrest. When they arrest somebody, now they will not publish like the pictures. And in fact,
new law.
No, but they did it recently to some people.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, if they look at the sensitivity of the matter and decide, okay, we will post or we will not post it.
Faces are already in the public. In fact, my son,
Debian Kilibi Yapon. Nana Kuyamwa was in the new patriotic party. Holali Agumava, Ejinamuma, the National Democratic Congress. Yapon, Yamepa, Ochina, Yabesan Shebu, now yet another edition of a Pahua Bay Edia Bro. Up next.